So, like, did you hear about the reunion tour?
What?
The reunion tour
For who?
for Nocturne Force.
I don't know what that
Knock
is.
Force?
Yeah.
With JG Quincy? No, not him. Ah! So start the podcast over. I got the name of the cartoon guy wrong.
Sorry,
Bro,
it's live.
I love JG Quintel, creator of
No,
Clarence.
Normal.
Clarence?
He's like, dude, look at
That's not even the right.
It's my character Clarence.
Is this a PAL copy? Can the GameCube play PAL copies?
What? Are you playing the GameCube right now?
Oh, I just got Monkey Ball 2, and I forgot about like region locking and all that stuff. I honestly forgot.
Now you gotta order like a Game Shark.
Oh my god! I'm so mad about that.
Are you how mad? Please, it's on a scale of 1 to 10.
Where did I get this from?
This is an
Freaking-
intro of this show.
Check the address. What the heck? This is from like Russia? Wait a second.
What did you do?
I got a copy of Monkey Ball because Super Monkey Ball 2 because everyone said that was the one to get. And it's like it's from Russia. It's got like Russian text on the.
Did you get it? Did you get it off eBay?
Yeah.
Was the seller based in Russia?
I don't know. I didn't look. It was all in English, so I was just like, oh, whatever. I forgot, like, games used to be like, if you don't buy it in your country, then it just won't play.
Oh my god.
So freaking CRTs are, like, screwed up, and it plays at a different frame rate or whatever.
English also exists in the PAL region.
Well, yeah, exactly. It's like the box is English. Like, the box of the game is in English, and all the text, it says, your favorite monkeys are back with 12 unbelievable party games.
Well, hold on.
And
wait, they're back with 12?
Yeah. That's the second one.
I think that's a bold assumption that they're my favorite monkeys. I mean, I like those monkeys, but like, I don't know if they're my favorites.
What monkeys do you like more than the Monkey Ball monkeys?
I like Diddy Kong and Dixie Kong. I think they're funny. Big fan of. Oh, go on.
Data from Mega Man Legend.
Oh yeah. What about
one of the monkeys of all time?
What about our good friend Jake Spider Monkey from?
No.
Well, never mind. I guess that got shut down immediately.
I'm so mad. I'm actually like, I don't know what I'm gonna do about this. What do I do about this? What do I do? What do I do?
Oh, Rose said to get a Game Shark.
It's about to start. Popcorn?
Butter?
Nachos?
Cheese?
Root beer with red licorice straw?
Right here? Maybe it's time we made a new movie.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Ready to Start the Podcast, the show where it takes 3 minutes to start the show. I'm your host, Ryan Ribity. Who else is here?
It means that, like, through an opener, we were able to do the intro for once.
I guess so. Who are you?
Yeah.
You say your name.
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm Rosaria. You can't call me anything for short. I ban you all.
Who else is here?
Hey, I just noticed that all on the screen is all 4-letter names.
Yeah, that happens a lot. We don't ever have a lot of people with like more than 4 letters. We have a lot of 4 or 3-letter people on.
If you have 5 letters, then we charge you for that.
Yeah.
It's like $5 for each extra letter.
True.
Yeah.
What else is here?
Not Taco.
What?
Excuse me while I erase Taco from existence.
Hey, everybody. I got my water again.
Don't do this bit again.
No! Oh, no way! I forgot about that!
I forbid you.
I won't do it again.
It was terrible to hear.
What bit?
The water bit.
I won't do this bit again.
Say your name!
Rosa. No! Oh, man.
I'm sorry, Seep. I'm gonna send you DMCA for using my name without permission.
No. I just said it. I didn't say it was my name. When I was just talking to you. Oh shoot! But I have to use
Oh,
your
yeah,
phone.
hi, Seep.
Crumb.
Yep.
My name is CP. You can't use anything for short.
And
That's my thing. I'll pin you.
who's our special guest?
Hi everybody, I'm King. I'm special and the guest for this one.
Congratulations.
Thank you. It's lovely to exist here.
I'm glad. I hope you still feel that way by the end of the show.
Oh, we'll see.
My freaking fingernails.
I mean, what
My
can
God.
Steve do to them that they haven't done out there?
Exactly.
All right, I think.
Like,
Oh, go on.
yeah. I'm just saying. You know,
I think
King is my friend. They already know. Like, you know, yeah.
I've been subject to that for
Alright.
many
Yes,
years.
yeah.
All right.
Will we be talking about the new Among Us color?
No! Stop asking everyone. What
Wait,
do you
has
I
to.
have
Well,
some,
That's
yeah.
actual news, though. We can talk
I have
about
some
that.
thoughts to share.
What do you have to say about the Among Us color? They did
Yeah, come on, King. What do you think about the new Among Us colors, King?
It's just one color, isn't it?
It's rose
Yeah,
and
it's
gray.
one. It's one.
Yeah. I like it. I think if I played Among Us, I would want to use that one.
Your Sonic Forces character was gray.
What? I didn't play that.
Okay, next. What were you gonna
What?
say, Ryan?
Wait, what?
Guys.
I like the rose color because it reminds me of my girlfriend. That's what I have to say about it.
That's
I like the
so-
rose color because it reminds me of me.
Me too.
Well, see,
I mean, of me, and also you now. But I have learned this.
what do you think of the new Among Us color?
It's pretty good. It's good to have
Why?
a new color.
Why?
Well,
What do
you know,
what do you like
it's
about
just
it?
Yeah,
more.
what's your favorite part about it?
What
Yeah,
would
I
you
mean, you know,
consider its shortcomings? Where do you think they could have
personally-
improved?
Well, personally for me, you know, it's not necessarily my thing, but like, you know, it's great for the people who want it. It's always great to have, you know, diversity for all those
Oh
people.
my
who
god.
want- What?
Uh,
What? Do you hate diversity? What's happening?
I feel like I'm going through my brother's racism the game bit.
What? I'm not racist, everybody. I'm looking right at the camera
How
right
did
now.
we get here?
There's no camera. We're talking about Among Us.
But there is a camera. It's over there by Skeeter.
Oh, hi,
That's not
Skeeter.
even his name.
That's Scooter.
You were
That's
trying
Scooter.
to talk
No,
about.
Scooter's over there. That's Skeeter over there.
Yeah.
Why is Skeeter here? Who invited
They
her?
work.
All right,
What do you mean? Who invited her? She's free to be here.
She
I
works
guess
here.
so, but is she like on the? Is she on the? That's a lot of paperwork. If we have someone like working here doing labor for us right now.
I mean, you already have Scooter. I assume they came as a package deal.
Yeah.
That's screwed up. That's not true.
Yeah, just look. They're like fusing together.
Stop it! I don't want to see that. I hate when they do that.
Oh, and your skin walking around here, it's like, okay.
I don't approve of my skin. I never endorsed the fact that my skin's walking around the theater. I don't even know what it does. I don't.
You're what?
You
Nothing.
should
It's
do
fine.
something about that.
I'm putting the brakes on everything right now. I'm turning the car around. We're gonna talk about Hotel Transylvania.
But honey, the oldest van is parked outside. We're in the theater. How can you drive a theater?
So recently, if you
What is
watched our last episode, there was kind of a recurring joke where we kept joking about the fact there was supposed to be a Hotel Transylvania movie coming out soon, and we joked about how there was no trailer out yet, and the very next day, they fucking dropped the trailer.
Yeah.
They dropped it in direct response to you.
I think
talking
so.
About.
He really did that to spite us, huh?
So what do you?
So how about
Yeah.
that?
What do you all think of it? What do you all think of? Are you hyped?
I didn't think people care that much about the Invisible Man to that capacity.
I'm putting the brakes on this. I'm banning any of talking of Invisible Man sexiness. We're talking about anything else.
No, no. How come?
What do you think? What do you think the arc between Drac and Johnny will be in this one? You know, you think it's a little interesting to think about because I feel like those characters already kind of had their movie with the first one. It feels like maybe Hotel Transylvania might be little ideas. Because they're doing the same plot again about Drac having to learn to accept Johnny.
Again.
Sorry, I've never seen a Hotel Transylvania movie. May I like take a shot at what it's about based on what I've just heard?
Sure.
And also from the pictures I've seen,
of course.
You post today.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dracula seems like he's like probably not the best father, but he's really wants to be, but he's also like kind of a freak.
Yeah?
Yeah. I don't know who I assume Johnny is Dracula's child.
No, the girl, the girl with black hair in the image we posted earlier, that's his daughter. Johnny is the human man she falls in love with, and in this latest movie, he's worried that Drac does not accept him because he's not a monster, so he turns himself into a monster.
Oh, what kind?
Well, he's like a dragon, right?
I don't even know what he's supposed to. He's just like a fucking creature.
A dragon
Yeah.
doesn't seem to really fit the theming.
Well, it's like a Loch Ness kind of like big,
Is it-
goofy, like.
Is it
creature.
like the thing from the lagoon, like a swamp man?
I don't know what to call this thing. Honestly, it has like big ears.
I think
and
he's just ugly. I think that's what he
he's
is.
just an ugly green beast
He's just a fucking
with scales.
terrible little creature.
Despite whatever you say about Johnny, he did bang. He did score.
No, I'm not acknowledging that. I'm not acknowledging the fact that Johnny scored.
But you're gonna have to acknowledge his kid.
Nope, that kid doesn't exist to me.
Denisovich, you are walking evidence.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a great movie. Honestly, you're gonna have the plot where it's like,
Johnny, I'm human, and I'm dying, and it's a ticking clock. We have to reverse this.
okay, dude, let's go to like the mountain and get the potion that changes us
Well, hold
back.
on. Is this movie gonna have the same plot as the Fat Albert movie, where they have to get Fat Albert back on the TV before he disappears?
In a way, I guess. I mean, I think a lot of movies kind of have a plot of like something happened.
Is Tyreek
We
gonna
gotta-
cry about this one too?
Sush, that's so disrespectful,
Yeah,
Ryan.
that was me.
That's so. Oh my gosh! Now he's never gonna be on our show. We're never gonna have Tumorfic Tariq on our show.
He's
All
on
because of
tour
the
with
Hotel
Not Force.
Transylvania.
It's fine.
Is he?
I cried. If it makes him feel
Yeah.
better, I did cry about his Fat Albert video, so I can't even say anything.
Oh yeah,
That was
really,
a touching video. It
Yeah.
was.
he really knows how to brave out his emotions and how have others understand what he means. He's really good about that. I love to work with Tyreek because he's just a very emotional cartoon reviewer. He has heart,
Yes.
You think?
which I will eat when he comes and be a guest.
I think. Hotel Transylvania. It's fun for the whole family. A great time. I would.
Could you get? Are you getting like further away? Come back here.
When
We gotta talk about this.
This one's gonna be another really good one for the whole family. It's gonna be a big laugh riot. You're a fan of Hotel Transylvania. Hotel Transylvania is Ice Age but based?
I agree. I agree.
Based on what?
I agree completely, actually.
Who do you think would win, Drac or Manny?
Manny doesn't have powers, but he's a big like elephant, right?
Man, man,
I feel like Manny would just pop up in a gag or like Drake, like, ah, I'll take you on, and then he gets stomped on once, and then Manny disappears.
yeah,
It's true, but it'd be like a cartoonish stomp.
yeah. Big
Uh,
cartoons would be fine. Is it like a battle to the death?
If it was battle to the death,
Yeah,
But what if Drac tried like flying towards him, and then Manny just like did a big stomp and he died, killing Drac instantly?
yeah, that's where he was just ended.
And then if Drac tried to bite him, be like, "Ha! I got so much fluff in me, you can't get to my skin to bite me."
do you think Johnny? No, not. Do you think like Peaches?
Yeah.
You think Julian ever said, "Hey, I'm back from doing stuff," and then Peaches says, "Hi, I'm Stuff," and then Manny's like, "Haha, Julian's banging my daughter."
Wow, really great joke involving Julian from Ice Age 5, a beloved character everyone knows.
We
Julian.
gotta create the comparison somehow in reference to that meme.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone here saw Ice Age 5 but me and Rosa.
I saw it. I watched all the Ice Ages. Don't you like?
But-
Come on.
Alright, we got our first put on screen. I'm being asked to put Julian from Ice Age on screen.
Can we put King on stream?
What?
King.
me?
Yes, we need 3 kings on screen.
Is Julian a king?
No.
Why'd you say
Let me
3
send
then?
you the king. I will send
Delina?
you 2 kings.
I
Two
please is one of them King from Tekken.
Yes.
Here's Julian.
Oh,
I'll put him next to Rosa because she wanted to see him so bad.
can I? Okay, wait. Are we talking about King or King 2 from Tekken?
Let's just post all of the kings.
Okay.
What are we talking
Why don't we
about?
get like King Julian in there too?
Okay.
Can we have
Okay.
King DDD on screen as well?
Oh my
Yeah, I
god.
want to see that.
Do you want Ice King too?
Yeah, let's have Ice King
That'd
on
be
the screen,
fitting.
please.
Okay, there we go.
I want King from Tekken next to me.
Alright, okay, hold on.
I have a very large statue of King from Tekken, and he is on my desk.
Oh yeah.
What's it made out of?
Hold on.
I don't know. It's made by First Four Figures, so probably like PVC.
Okay.
So any final thoughts on Hotel Transylvania Transformania?
Is
Eh,
that
feel like
sorry? Is that what it's called?
Yeah! Because Johnny's Transformania.
Transgender.
He's transgendering.
Yeah, this movie. Holy shit! Is this movie a transgender? Think about it, transgender metaphor because it's about Drac not accepting Johnny for who he is, and then Drac has a day in Johnny's shoes and realizes, oh, this is what's being human, and then the person says transgender. It's all like, oh, I understand now.
But if that, so then what does that mean for like everyone else being forcefully transformed and they have to like reverse the transformations?
You know, I didn't think this one through.
Yeah,
You
we
didn't.
can.
You didn't, did you?
If you only consider
the name of the game.
if you only consider Johnny's stake in the plot and no one else's, it works. But what?
That doesn't make sense. I don't feel like I fit in with everyone. Like everyone else is trans and he wants to too.
No, he's the one cis person.
Okay, and that's why they have to reverse it. So being human is being cis.
I guess so.
I mean, monsters and creatures and such are, a rather trans event.
Right. Yeah. So okay. So he feels left out, being like the token straight friend or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I'm glad
then-
we finally figured out this movie.
Well, hold on. Speaking of gender and animation, how do we all feel about the non-binary character in Madagascar? A Little Wild.
Sorry, what?
Yeah. I feel bad for laughing because it's not a nice thing, but they're adding a non-binary character to the
Why is that funny to you, Ryan?
Yeah, what is
That's-
What's
funny
wrong
about
with
it?
you?
No.
That's amazing. This is like representation for like little kids, like learning about like different gender identities, and you're laughing.
No, I don't think it's funny. It's just, I mean, to say Madagascar makes no. I'm not. Stop calling me things.
I believe the humor comes from the fact that it's in an Ice Age thing.
No, it's in Madagascar, but you same boat.
Sorry.
Yeah. The fact,
Move on. We're done with Ice Age.
It's the same to me.
the fact that it's in, I don't know. I feel it's the fact that it's Madagascar makes it a bit funny, I guess.
Madagascar was the first DreamWorks property to introduce a non-binary character.
Is that what about?
Well,
isn't She-Ra a DreamWorks property?
Oh, you're right. She-Ra is DreamWorks. Okay. Well, okay. Well, the first like major like one of their like that things that they made, like I don't know what you'd call that.
Their
Like,
blockbuster film.
Right. I'm glad they did it. I'm glad Madagascar did it before Boss Baby.
How would you feel? Boss
Yeah.
Baby was the first one.
I don't know. I'd feel a little. I feel like it'd be like a joke character.
I've not seen it, but that sounds right. I would feel hatred.
Let me put the Madagascar nine non-binary animal on screen. I forgot what this show looked like for a second. I don't like how anyone looks at this show. They don't look like they're gonna attack me.
Like babies? You forgot
Yeah.
they were babies? I thought they were CGI animal babies.
There's too many baby CG shows now. The non-binary animal character.
Do you think it's easier for like babies to perceive 3D animation
Hmm.
than it is for like 2D? Because it's less obscene.
Maybe.
Oh, I see from someone in the chat that it's written by an LGBT person, which is
Yeah.
good.
I knew about that. I need to stress. I wasn't laughing at the fact that there's a non-binary. It's just if you
It's
put
Madagascar.
if you say anything about you could like it could be Madagascar 5 was announced, or they like the Penguins of Madagascar like getting like a video game, and I'd still be laughing about it. It's just saying the name Madagascar the movie makes me laugh.
Yeah. No,
Mm,
yeah.
yeah.
We're just giving you a hard
I
time. Ryan.
understand.
Oh.
So wait, which one of the two characters in the center of the image is the non-binary?
the one that's not the zebra.
Okay.
I'd say it is the zebra. How about that?
What do you think, Bart? Hold on. Let's talk about the gender of the Madagascar characters real quick.
Oh boy. Okay.
All right.
That's a clip.
So first of all, Alex is cis. He's the one who doesn't get his friends, and I think they.
What?
And Marty is using Marty.
Gender.
Marty is transgender. Gloria and Melman are T for T.
I'm looking up Madagascar characters so that I can weigh in.
King Julian. He's using neo pronouns. He's using.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. That's an easy read, I think.
Yeah. I don't know what Mort is. I don't want to think about what Mort is.
I don't think anyone wants to think about more.
Yeah, that's me saying more right now is all of the mentions we get.
King Julian, I've been thinking about my gender lately, and I just wanted to let you know I am going to be using they and them now, King Julian.
So are the Penguins of Madagascar T for T for T for T?
No, hear me out of this. The Penguins of Madagascar are LGBT, and they're each one member of that, and you have to figure out who's who.
Oh, that's good.
Would Rico be the
Ed-
lesbian?
Would Rico
I
be
was
the
think-
lesbian?
I'm just spitballing here.
Rosa, you sound like you had something to say. I want to hear it.
I was thinking about that one poster where someone was apologizing for like Madagascar to scores because they didn't realize they were all brothers, and they
Oh.
were calling them a polycule.
Wait, are they brothers?
Yeah.
The penguins.
Oh,
thought-
now I have to apologize. I have to do the same thing. Sorry, chat. I don't know anything about Madagascar.
Yeah.
What
Also, like
about
how
Phil and
Ryan used to
Mason, the Cheeseheads?
smashify render of King K. Rool.
I know it's the smashified render. I know.
Cersei called Private a faceless film character. What do you all think?
I think
Um,
Cersei's completely right.
By default, I agree with Cersei.
All right.
All right. Have we talked about all the Madagascar characters' genders yet? Are we good?
We
Yeah.
actually, I feel like we didn't actually talk that much about the non-binary.
Oh, well, you know, we talked about everyone else. We discovered Melvin and Gloria are T for T.
That's true.
Thank you to the person who just subscribed in the middle of this conversation.
Chico
Moto Moto is a trans mask, and he's very confident, and I'm proud of him.
We gotta move on quick because like people are in chat. There's like hundreds of Madagascar characters to just throw out there. Like someone's gonna mention like Alec Baldwin line.
Hold on, what do you
Just gotta
think?
be-
Yeah,
we're gonna keep
what
validating that.
what do you all
We
think
can't
about
keep
the
doing that.
Alec Baldwin line from Madagascar 2? What about the monkeys? What are the monkeys?
Phil and Mason.
Yeah.
I don't. I don't know.
I think that that Vivian's question should be the last one on this topic. What about the final boss from the Madagascar game?
Who?
Don't even talk about the Madagascar game around me.
I don't know
Uh,
anything about it, but okay.
Who would the final boss be? The
Me.
Verminator?
The Verminator? He's from Over the Hedge.
I'm just thinking.
Alex is demon.
I had a friend who always talked about the Overhead video game and said like, the Verminator fight. That was like so cool.
The
You should
dude
play
who kicks the durian.
I haven't played the Manic. I played the first level of that game when I was streaming it that one time, and then somebody was TPing in my house. My family was gone. I had to deal with that and then end the stream.
What?
I mean, I heard that story. I feel like I've told that story when I was streaming the Madagascar game. My family was out of town, and these people who like don't like my sister TP'd our house, and I had to go like tell them to fuck off, and I had to end the stream early because like I had to go deal with it.
I thought you were talking about the time when we were gonna play Mario Party and he turned on the Madagascar game.
I have to.
You have to do a full stream of that.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Wait, didn't you say not to like talk about the Madagascar game around you, and now you want a full stream of it?
Yeah, hold on. See, what do you really want?
Where do you stand? Yeah.
I just feel like I hear about it too much. I feel like if we play it, that would be the end of it, right?
I do see. It's true. You are a genius.
All right, any final thoughts on Madagascar?
No.
No.
You want to talk about Sonic now?
Yeah,
All right.
Heard
Okay.
of that one.
Sonic is transgender.
Well, we all know
Well, that-
that.
True. Yeah.
That's besides the point. So there was a Sonic Direct today, and they announced things. I want to say, I believe so. What was even there? I forget. Sonic was a doctor game.
Yeah. They added free crossovers. You can
Yeah.
finally play as Sonic in the Olympics. Everyone's excited about that. It's revolutionary.
Oh my god. This Bugs Bunny scared me.
What?
No, don't put it
Bug-
next
Oh,
to me.
Here, Seep and Rosa, you care
Oh
way more
my
about Sonic
God.
than I do. You two go over what happened.
No, don't put it next to me.
Alright.
Get him away from me.
So they collaborated with Uncut Gems to make these
No.
little Sonic necklace.
Who wanted Haley Brosa in
Right.
charge? I knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah. they announced Sonic. What is it called?
Mhm.
Origins.
Yeah, which is just
a
like-
brand new. It's like a brand new Wii game, beautiful painterly style. I'm just kidding. Kidding. That's a joke about Rayman. They have a new collection of
Mhm.
classic Sonic games.
And
So
is
you
it
can
running
finally-
on the other engine, like the new retro engine?
I think they said. I think like someone working on the game said that. I think. I'm not entirely sure. They showed footage of it in the direct. We're just gonna call it a direct because that's what it is. Like
Yeah.
everything about it. They showed footage of it, but it also said that wasn't what the actual collection looked like. So, but that's
Really?
probably what they're gonna do. I imagine they
Finally,
do
you
that.
can have a little freak hanging from your keychain.
Yeah. So yeah, and that's pretty exciting. Like, if you're not into like in the Sonic loop, they haven't re-released Sonic 3 in a long time because there's like all these like copyright shenanigans
Yeah.
with the music,
seems
supposedly.
like-
But
Yeah, it seems like they're ready to get over it.
yep. So that's
And
pretty
then-
cool.
And then they announced these Sonic coins, which will be the only valid currency by the year 2080.
Sonic
Right.
Coin?
So I'll get on that. Yeah.
You could finally collect Sonic coins.
in real life?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And
Can I ask you all a question about this direct?
yeah.
Did they really need to have that whole segment on Sonic Prime? What was the point of that?
Yeah, I knew when that came up.
Like-
Like, it's way too early for them to like actually show anything.
Like if
Yeah.
you
they
like
show that little egg logo.
they didn't even like show like a stock standard like still image. Like they didn't even like do the bare minimum. They said, "Yep, we're still working on it." Okay, bye.
Yep. So I guess they just wanted to do like an official widespread announcement because before all this stuff was just like on like news articles that little kids don't read.
And then it got
Uh,
leaked early.
Yeah. Yeah, they showed a new like Eggman symbol thing from the show. Looks neat. Yeah.
I like how when they're like show on here are the people working at Sonic Prime, they look like Weezers or some sort of band.
Hold on. I have breaking news about Sonic Colors Ultimate. Apparently, Tails is playable in it, and they didn't say that in the
What?
trailer. They just
Where did it say that?
Let me link you. There were some screenshots on Famitsu, and like on the UI for like the live thing, you can see Tails instead of Sonic, which means he's
What?
playable.
Really? I remember in the trailer. The trailer says like "Join Sonic," and then it like shows footage, and I was like, "Is it gonna say and Tails?" But it didn't.
This is just like Pikmin 3 Deluxe when they didn't announce any of the new features in the trailer, and they just like dropped it on a website, and you had to like go to the website to figure it out.
Yeah, there's like tons of stuff. Like there's like Metal Sonic races they
Yeah,
have.
Metal Sonic's in this too.
There's tons of like costumes that like they showed, but they didn't really call attention to.
They didn't show like any of the exciting stuff in the trailer.
I know. Like they hinted at like customizable gloves and like giving
Mhm.
Sonic the heat action from Yakuza. But like
Yeah.
Tails playable?
I guess they want to like have another trailer before the game comes out,
Yeah.
but I mean,
I'll say
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
This was actually a big announcement for me because I've mentioned this before. I'm very cringe, and Sonic Colors is one of my favorite Sonic games. I think it's a lot of fun, and I'm excited to
Yeah.
play it again. Not on the Wii this time, so it can be like in better resolution.
Yeah. Though I see
Right.
people like talking about like some of the graphics on it where like they still look a little too it looks like a MND Bloom or something like
It-
that.
yeah, like the resolution's higher and everything, but it still looks like a Wii game.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
It's interesting Tails being playable though, because I think not counting Shadow and Sonic Forces, I believe this is the first time in like years a character who isn't Sonic is playable in a 3D Sonic.
Yeah. Then not including Sonic Boom either. But, yeah.
But like it looked at the boost for me, you know? Like like a character that was like Shadow's like one thing because like they could easily recreate him into the gameplay style. But like with Tails, I'm interested to see how's he gonna work. Is he gonna play the
Yeah.
same? Will he have his slide? I remember seeing like generation mods where like when Tail does a boost, he will fly up quickly.
Yeah, that seems like a good way to
Mhm.
implement him. So yeah, I wonder how like is that gonna be like if you beat the game, you like can play as like Luigi now kind of thing?
Uh,
Because it seems like he would kind of break a lot of levels if he can fly around.
you know what? That's pretty much the point of Tails in like the early games.
Right. But yeah. So that's pretty it's pretty interesting stuff.
It's
It could
weird
be like
because
setting a precedent maybe for
like
like future games.
the direct itself, I feel like not a ton of the information was like super interesting, and then there's a lot of stuff surrounding the direct, like the leak that happened, and like now this.
Right.
Now you can play as Tail.
That was weird. But go
Uh,
on.
yeah, I guess also related to Sonic Colors, they announced these shorts, and I mean, like all the other Sonic shorts they've done, they look really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they
I
can't
like
believe.
it.
I
That was pretty exciting.
I like Sonic animation, fun stuff, and I like the racing one. I like the classic kind of Sonic ones, and these ones have voice acting, so that's cool.
Mhm.
It looks nice. You know, I'm an Orbot and Cubot fan. Glad to see them.
Yeah. Same here. So yeah,
What else was
I
this?
mimic those sentiments.
There was like fucking. What did they? We talked about Sonic Prime. There was nothing there. I guess the last thing is just the last game they showed like 4 seconds of.
Yeah.
People are hacked into the data or like just using inspection, and they found out the game is called Sonic Rangers.
Yeah.
Well,
Or at
it's
least
just
that's like
project name is.
Yeah.
yeah. But sort of related to that, there was like this supposed leak
Yeah.
of it where like someone said they played Sonic Rangers, but like earlier this year, like they were like a focus group test or something, and said a lot about the game. We don't know if that's true. Like it could be a case where like they had some information and like
Yeah.
added some embellishment, but it seems likely that it could be true.
Yeah, this
what they said
so
about
for
it.
reference, this post came like in June 6th, like months before this game was announced. And it got both the seemingly the project name at least right, and there's a few details in here that kind of add up with like the very brief thing we see. And
Yeah.
people are being a little like worrisome about the post, but I think it's 4chan. They worded the post very negatively because of course they would. I think people are letting how the post is worded get to them a bit.
Yeah, and it's also like not gonna come out for like another year at
Mm.
least. So it could have just been like a rough early stage
Yeah.
of it, but well, we don't know. I know it could just be a rough game. It happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So for clarification about what it's supposedly an open world Sonic game, pretty much is what the idea is, and there'll be kind of areas you can go to, like cyberspace levels that are more like Generations and Unleashed type levels, and those are like kind of sub areas. That's what they're saying pretty much.
yeah, and interestingly, I feel like a lot of fans have sort of said they want something like that. Like if you just look at a lot of fan games,
Mm.
like there's a lot, like open world Sonic fan games. It's an interesting idea. Like I think it's cool to like run around as like a quick guy on like a big field or whatever. But it's also something like, I gotta see how they execute it because it's a pretty ambitious idea, I feel.
I feel like they have to be careful not to make the world feel very like boring and sparse if it's an open
Yeah.
world Sonic
Yeah.
game.
Exactly. Yeah, it's pretty true. And also like, not biting off more they can chew. Like, because that happens sometimes. Like,
A lot.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, I can't say too much about it. Like, it seems interesting, but it's just the sort of thing like I kind of want to see more just to be certain. But I'm on board.
But they didn't announce
Uh,
Sonic Shuffle
oh.
2.
Oh, I actually want to give a little update on the screenshot. So someone's pointed out that looking closely, you still see that like it's Sonic.
Well, yeah, the idea is the model isn't finished. That's maybe why they didn't
Yeah.
announce it yet.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm just really excited if we get to see a Tails trailer soon.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, is that all the news? Before we just talk about Adventure Time? Is there anything else?
Oh wait, so the symbol in the trailer, if you turn it upside down, it says the
Yeah.
end.
Does it?
Yeah, the end.
DN?
Yeah, as in
Display name.
yeah,
Display name.
display
Sonic display name.
name. Sonic
Alright.
dies.
We have a couple more news topics.
Oh,
like,
okay. Keep going.
Like Betty DeVille has divorced Howard DeVille. Very
Oh,
sadly, it's a very
yeah.
tragic development.
I like that tweet you made. Like, she could have been with him and been gay, like the original.
I mean, it was kind of a thing where, like, you know, did we ever see them kissing on screen? You know,
What? What are you saying?
we're talking about Rugrats, King. The adults are talking. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
What? That is so mean.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, King. I know you don't like Rugrats. I know that I went to your house one time and I was watching Rugrats in Paris and you were not into it. I was watching it on my iPad and you just
What?
were not having any of it.
I don't.
I-
I vaguely.
That happened. Don't you remember
No.
that?
Hold on. Let me finish my thought. I remember that you were watching Rugrats in Paris.
Wait, is this a real story?
Yes.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
have it on my iPad.
I'm so used to you making shit up.
Wait, do you think she makes this stuff up?
Yeah, what?
Why were you watching Rugrats in Paris?
Why
It's a
weren't
good
you-
movie.
Why-
It's a
Why
great
weren't you
movie.
watching Rugrats in Paris, honey?
I don't know.
I am going to make you
when-
watch it with me.
When did this happen?
It happened from 2014 to 2018.
That's a range of time.
Yeah, anyone pick a year. Pick your poison. Whichever year is
Today.
the most comforting.
So what was my issue with Rugrats in Paris?
I think you just didn't like that I was watching. You like weren't having it. I was like, come on, let's watch. And you're like, no.
I
I
don't.
think you just weren't into it.
I don't know why.
I mean, think about it. Would you watch Rugrats in Paris right now on an iPad? If I had an iPad right here that had Rugrats in Paris playing, I'd be like, come on, let's watch it right now. Would you
Probably
say
not.
yes?
No. Is that the movie? Is that the movie with Chucky Chan in it or whatever that song?
Yeah, here comes Chucky Chan. I'm not scared anymore.
Well, if you visited again and you had the film on your iPad and you asked me if I wanted to watch it, I would probably say okay.
May I make
Really?
a suggestion?
Yeah.
Okay.
Discord screen share.
Can I ask
Rugrats in Paris?
you all a
right now?
question? The first Rugrats movie is a Tommy movie, and the second movie is a Chucky movie. Do you think if they made another like true Rugrats movie, it would have been a Phil and Lil movie?
What do you mean?
And then we get the Angelica movie, and then the Susie movie, and then it becomes the Avengers Endgame.
God, Phil and
Of
Lil are
Rugrats.
such like Phil and Lil are such filler characters, aren't they?
No,
'Cause
they're
Tom's
comic
like-
relief.
No.
But they're not filler.
Because,
They're an
like-
essential part.
No, you could remove Phil and Lil from the equation, nothing would change.
No,
They're
they're,
like-
funny. They
they're
have
like-
such funny lines.
I know, like they're like Skeeter and Scooter.
Exactly.
Yes, Sosie, we will watch Rugrats in Paris right now on Twitch.
Stream it.
What are you canceling Ryan because she doesn't like Rugrats in Paris and refused to expose the truth about milking Drax's teeth for his venom?
Oh,
Why aren't you talking about that? I've seen that chat message about like teeth milk like 50 times.
I don't like that.
Okay. I'm
It
sorry.
only works on spiders, not vampires.
I Any other news?
The Nintendo Switch Pro,
Oh.
Super Switch,
Yeah,
4K.
pretty much every single like business analysis person, like people who aren't like just people online who leak stuff, like actual people who know shit, they've all pretty much said, yeah, we're gonna see the next version of the Switch before E3, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. Do you think they would exclusive games for it?
I think not Nintendo, but I think third
That-
parties
yeah.
will.
That's exactly what I thought. Like, I couldn't see Nintendo like releasing like the new Mario, and it's only on the Switch Pro.
I
guess
think
that wouldn't happen.
I think they're gonna make a big deal about games running better. Like I think they're gonna make a huge deal in particular about Pokemon Arceus running way better on it. They're gonna be like I think the one on Switch isn't gonna work very well, but the one on like Super Switch or whatever is gonna work well.
It's gonna be the
Uh-huh.
new 3DS.
And I think it'll launch
Right.
with Breath of the Wild too. Probably that'll be like the showcase for like how it runs.
Right.
Yeah, that tracks.
That's yeah. Good predictions.
And then I lied. Donkey Kong's gonna be the showcase game. They're gonna Donkey
Right, they're
Kong,
gonna, like, show us,
my
like, for-
man, my man.
Do you remember playing Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze on the Wii U? And if you like paused the game or went to the home menu and went back, the game would like be frozen for 1 second, and then like all the fur would like
Yeah,
reset. Do you
yeah,
remember that?
I do.
Okay, I'm glad. I remember doing that so much because I was like, this is so weird. Like it's.
I mean, that's cool because I mean, like, I imagine they're gonna show it before E3, and then they'll show a bunch of games running on it at E3, and they'll be like, "Ooh, look how nice it looks," and then I'll be like, "I don't want it,"
Right.
and then I'll think of like, "Well, what if I do?"
Yeah. What if I want to play the new Assassin's Creed in 60 FPS on the go?
Let's see that price tag.
Our next podcast is like 2 days before E3, so that'll be like our E3 podcast, I guess.
I want to see.
Right.
I want to see you run Mario in the 100 mega tera shits.
You want to? I want to see you on a million terafarts.
A million poopy hats.
Will you get Arlo for
I could
E3? We missed out. No, I don't think we're there yet.
No. Yeah.
Not yet. I could just, bring Arlo over here.
We'll bring on for E4.
Yeah,
What,
like
what?
Arlo will be like in the back and like, what is this? They're like, welcome to the E4 podcast, Arlo.
Oh, can I tell you my idea for like a game they could show at E3 before we like move on to anything else? I had a really good idea the other night. I think they should make an open world Simpsons game.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like, the Simpsons hit and run successor.
No, it's not gonna be. It's gonna be more Breath of the Wild style. There's gonna be like a crafting system. No, it's not. No, everyone tries to be like, oh, they made one. No, it's not gonna be like hit and run. It's gonna be even bigger. You can go to Shelbyville in this one. You're gonna go to Shelbyville in this one too. It's gonna have Springfield and Shelbyville. It's gonna be huge. Homer can climb up buildings. He can craft. You can like get Maggie out of his backpack, and Maggie can go into small spaces. There's gonna be no cars because it's gonna be an on-foot adventure game.
No, I don't want it to be on foot.
You're gonna feel like Homer in this one.
I don't want. Oh dear, no.
I want to say that you'll be able to play Homer, Marge, Lisa, and Bart all four at the same time, and there'll be like RPG elements to it where they level up during combat,
Oh,
like Final
then
Fantasy
Bart-
15.
Only Bart can get the red bananas.
Homer has his coconut gun.
Yes. All right.
Nobody gets my vision. It's not going to be like hit and run. It's not going to be even remotely. There's not going to be like tokens on the world. You're going to find crafting materials. nobody understands.
Why are
it.
you so dead set on the specific?
Because
vision,
I have
though?
such a
Like,
good. I think it'd be awesome. Like Homer looking out of like on
think-
top, like he's
do
gonna
that- well, what are you crafting? Why does he need to craft things? He has like a wife and a house.
weapons.
Weapons against who?
What?
Is this like a Treehouse of Horror? Like zombies took over
No!
and like no cars work?
No, it's gonna be like you're living in Springfield.
But he has a car in Springfield.
No, he's not gonna use it in this one.
Why do you need to
What?
make weapons in Springfield?
Because like
It's not that.
because
it's not that bad.
Professor
It's not that bad.
Professor Frank's gonna. My robots are attacking the town.
Okay, so it's gonna be Battle for Springfield.
Yeah, and there's gonna be a part where like Homer walks out of the cave on Springfield Gorge and looks over the town, and that's when the logo will appear.
Will he be arrested for like 100 years?
No. That's not how. It's gonna be this will be a canon to the show. Matt Groening's like, yeah, we worked really closely with the writers on this game to make sure it fit in the canon within the show. This is not a non-canon adventure. We will be referencing it in future episodes.
Will it have a tie-in episode or film?
No, you have to play the game to experience any of it.
Okay, but they'll still like reference it, so like, and like they won't explain it.
Yeah, because they'll assume you've played the game.
Right. Okay.
Oh, I see. It'll be like, Marge will be like, I sure liked fighting all those monsters and gaining experience points the other day.
And then Homer will be like, yeah, it was so much fun, Marge.
I think that could have like an epic final boss moment where, like, Bender from the basement like comes out.
What?
You know.
And then it starts playing like Nier Automata music.
Bender from the basement? Bender
Yeah,
from
because-
Futurama?
Yeah, in the Futurama crossover, Bender like gets sent back in time, and at the end of the episode, he just goes to sleep in their basement and says, "I'll wake up in 1,000 years."
Oh,
And so, like, in future episodes, you can see him down there sometimes.
Gay Bender.
Yes, Gay Bender.
Hey, meatbag, I'm gay. That's great, Bender.
Oh, and then you can find Jake and Finn in the Sky Castle.
What time is it?
Time for you to shut up. I like the idea of the Simpsons, like, accurate to show world has a Sky Castle.
Yeah.
Oh, even my weather machine.
Hey, meatbag, I've been
You can
thinking
get away
about
with
my gender lately. Oh, would the critic be there? That's a good question. I think the critic should be there.
In
She's
The
like,
Simpsons?
Look, I feel like he'd be like I imagine him as like a Bottles kind of character for some reason. Like,
yeah.
he comes out of like the hole in the ground.
And the critic comes out of like the sewer pipes, and he pops like the sewer lid off and walks out.
And in the
I like how I said
sequel,
that they have an actual mole man character. Forgot about
The
that.
critic is the amiibo compatibility character.
I was gonna say he teaches you the new moves in the first game, and then in the sequel he's dead, and
Yeah,
and
I
his
was gonna ask if
cousin-
they're gonna kill him, but then
They have to.
but then he'll be fine in
in the end of the game of the
Simpsons
sequel.
Nuts and Bolt.
Who will be the Korok
Right.
replacements? I think at the start of the game, Marge will very briefly mention that like Santa's little helper had like 1,000 babies, and there'll be 1,000 puppy little Santa's helpers all over the world.
You have
This
to
is a
find
legit,
the
like,
you
you
have
actually
to
thought of that.
find the 99 Dalmatians that were scattered
Yeah.
during the destruction of their world.
Right. And Homer will say something like witty when he grabs one.
Who's the Simpson
Vibrations
final
are
boss?
human.
Like, who's the final boss of the Simpsons?
It'd be like
Matt
a Burns
Groening.
machine.
Well,
Again,
could it be Mr. Burns though? Because like this has got to be in universe. If he like fights Mr. Burns as like a big final boss, like how can you go back to work tomorrow?
Well, isn't that the joke? Like, Mr. Burns never like remembers who he is.
I don't know.
I think that Mr. Burns could be the Sideshow Bob. Oh yeah, maybe.
no, but
Oh.
Mr. Burns, Mr. Burns can be, because remember that one time they saw feel like his evil plans,
Right.
like when his mother died in the same episode, and then just Homer just went back to work the next day.
Right. Yeah. I think Sideshow Bob would make a good like is that how like Proto Man was in Mega Man? Like he just shows up sometimes and you fight him?
He like
is that what
blows on
happened?
his flutes.
He's like baby
Yeah, go-
baby Koopa from Paper Mario.
Exactly. Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
Simpsons. I've learned a few new moves since our last encounter.
He turns into a vampire one of these moves.
Why are we talking so much about this game that's never gonna happen?
No, because it's gonna be at E3 this year. Because it's a good idea.
Yeah, there's gonna be
Yeah.
like a Simpsons like game showcase, another one. They're gonna like have all the Simpsons game developers. We're so excited. They're gonna announce the new like phone game. Okay, it's gonna be like
Gotcha.
yeah, it's gonna be like some kind of gotcha game where you can unlock like Bartman skins and you can unlock like Bart, you know, like the Fallout Boy costume.
Yeah.
and
Are you
stuff.
gonna unlock like Cactus Bart?
Cactus Bart?
Yeah, Cactus Bart.
What's
Cactus Bart?
what's this a
Let me
reference
see.
to?
Let me post a picture for the proof that Cactus Bart exists.
Okay.
Okay, Batman and Wildstyle and Gandalf have to fight it.
Oh, did you guys know that there's a Mega Man X gacha?
There's a lot of I assume every single video game property ever has a gacha at this point.
Yeah, or
Right.
maybe it's just Mega Man in general. I don't know. But there's a White Day Zero. So
You talked about this hypothetical Simpsons game longer than you talked about the Madagascar non-binary character.
Can that comment be in like some kind of Hall of Fame for this show?
the Madagascar.
I feel like that says as much about like the people who watch us as it does like us.
Alex,
Right.
now that's a fluid gender.
What if the new Simpsons video game has a non-binary?
Ooh, who's the Simpsons non-binary character? Would they make a new one, or would someone like come out?
Hold
They
on.
would.
Well,
Hold on, everybody. Hold on, I have to think.
also, I posted the proof that Bart was there.
That has an actual answer to it, like that.
Okay, Bart. Yeah,
Bart. Okay.
that's what
I'd like to learn her preferred
Vivian
pronouns.
Associate. I and you know, maybe.
I'm seeing a few
Do you think
modes.
Millhouse could be?
I feel like if they did that for Millhouse, it would just be it'd just be like some like throwaway joke, I think.
Oh
Like, and,
yeah.
like-
See, I guess
Yeah.
I guess it can't be with Millhouse because
He's like
You know.
too
You know,
he's too
everyone's
lunchboxy.
agreeing with me that Millhouse, not Millhouse, Mo.
Mo.
Homer,
Um,
I've been thinking about
No.
my gender lately, Homer, and
I think Mo should be genderless in the same way a lot of like Japanese mascots are.
like Kirby.
Yeah. I think it should be the exact same kind of thing.
Most like a Japanese mascot suit character.
He is. Don't you know he's in like the top 10 like most like common Simpsons characters in
I
the
need to-
entire show?
Do I have the Overwatch image with me? I need to find that.
Ah.
We talked about The Simpsons for so long.
I don't know. You just started talking about it because like you wouldn't let us move on because this is such a developed idea you have.
Yeah, I thought long about it.
Yeah, that is true.
oh, that's right.
Also,
Lots of-
yes, Mario and Verbo are like T for T bi couple.
Who?
Mario and Remo.
From Mario and Reimu from Toho.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
There's some Overwatch.
I like that.
Hey, it's your favorite character, Mo. It's Overwatch.
I'll see you all at Overwatch 2.
I do-
Homer, I gotta say, you're acting
do
like a
enjoy
real gum character now.
Oh, now I remember what I wanted to do as an opener.
What? An hour in?
Wait, you forgot it? Like you didn't actually do it? Like
Yeah.
2 seconds before we started, you're like, "Can I open the show?" Like, yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2, and you forgot it in that time.
Well, I knew I wanted to do an opener, but I forgot of what.
What was it then?
Did you know that Toad's voice
Yeah.
slowly kills a person?
What?
Doing Toad's
verified
voice
that?
slowly kills you.
What do you mean?
Not kills you, but like it's very stressful to do Toad's voice.
I mean,
Like
Don't I know it?
I voiced Toad. Did you know that?
You do?
Yeah, I actually got the letter from Illumination. I was accepted. I'm gonna voice a background Toad.
You're like,
He's having accepted to Toad University.
it's gonna be like when they put a YouTuber in a movie.
I'm gonna get dubbed out of the UK version. Oh no.
Who's gonna replace him in the UK version, Steve?
I don't know any UK tubers. It's probably gonna be like a Sonic tuber. A lot of those guys are British.
It's gonna be Ellis
Hello guys,
Mark.
what is going on guys? We have brand new news on Sonic Rangers.
No, it's gonna be Ellis Mark. He's like you. I don't know.
Okay.
I could think of a good way to compare you and Ellis Mark from YouTube.com.
Well,
I'm
we're
a
both
Fight
like
Mark.
we're both toony tubers, kinda.
I don't believe you that there's a new Shrek movie.
No, there's. Hold on. Who said there's a new Shrek movie?
Well,
When?
there is. They've been
Right,
working on it for like
Joey?
years. They've been making it for years. The new Shrek.
Oh,
I'm really glad that none of us
It-
watched the new Rugrats cartoon. By the way,
Oh, it was
Did it
out.
come out?
I think so.
When?
Today.
Like today? Well, I'm not gonna watch it right away. I had things to do. It's a baby show. I don't have Paramount Plus.
It's on Paramount Plus.
what the fuck is Paramount Plus?
What? That's where the Rugrats is.
What? I've never heard of
He
that.
confirmed Shrek
That's like
news
the-
for E3.
Um,
I'll see you. I'll see all my ogre friends at E3 this year for a special announcement.
Yeah, that's gonna be like the Twitter video. He says like it doesn't announce anything really, but like it gets everyone excited.
Yeah, and he's studying in like his backdrop swamp area from his YouTube videos.
You think Shrek counts as a VTuber?
Yeah.
We haven't even finished talking about what we wanted to bring up in this. Like, isn't like the main thing? One of
Yeah,
the main things we were going to talk about.
It was Adventure Time, but I don't know.
You say we haven't finished talking about it. We didn't start talking.
Right.
Is there anything else we need to talk about before we get to Adventure Time?
Oh yeah, I forgot about Adventure Time. I knew
let
something
me-
was missing.
I still have Mythbusters interview in my notes from last week. I'm gonna keep that there so I remember why I put that there.
What?
Big
Um,
laundry.
Big laundry.
Big laundry. What does that mean? Big laundry.
Maybe you were hoping to get the Mythbusters on the show.
I guess. I can't. I just don't. I literally have no memory, no like lucid memory of me writing Mythbusters interview in my notes here. Everything else that I like wrote here, like I remember like when I thought of that and like, oh, I gotta type Drek ticking time bomb. Maybe this isn't so bad before he starts getting old and Johnny says we have to get to the mountain. Like I remember that. I remember like my thought process there. I don't remember anything about Mythbusters interview. I have no feasible idea. We've never even talked about Mythbusters on this show. I don't know what it has to do with anything. I don't know if I was like maybe I was like trying to type on the YouTube search bar and I was accidentally in my notes and I was like, oh shoot, and I had to switch the tab. Like, okay, now I don't know. I have no idea. I really don't.
What are the genders of the Adventure Time characters?
Yes.
Well, Prismo is absolutely neo-pronouncing. That's not even a question.
Right. Tiffany's trans. I feel pretty strongly about that.
I do feel very strongly about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
We want to talk about
Um,
Adventure Time now?
We are. Well,
Well, let's lead into it, okay? So, Adventure Time Distant Lands, which is the...
do we want to put a spoiler warning because it came out a week
No,
ago?
that's fair. So I'm gonna say straight up before we start, if you haven't watched the new Adventure Time special and you have like any passing interest in doing it, I think this is a special that is best gone into with like no spoilers. I think
Absolutely.
I think you want to see this fresh. So if you have an interest in watching it and you like haven't yet, I recommend right now. I'm gonna put spoiler on screen. Mute the stream.
You have to say what spoiler is.
The most spoiler. Overwatch 2 most spoilers.
Hold on. If you
Yeah, everyone's gonna think it's Overwatch 2 most spoilers.
if you haven't
Everyone's gonna think
watched,
it's non-binary Madagascar spoilers.
Yeah,
Spoilers, please.
if you haven't watched the new special yet, and you have any passing interest in doing it, and you don't know what happens yet, don't I guess mute the stream until this is off screen. Because I think it's best advised you make the Mo Owen spoil. Okay, hold on.
How's that gonna work?
I
Okay,
can-
you have to
I-
like shrink down. Okay.
Thank you, Ryan.
Yeah, but just again, if you haven't watched this yet and you have any interest, I'd say leave until like this is off screen.
Yeah.
Hold on.
yeah. yeah.
All right, I'll give him.
Alright.
I'll give a bit of a countdown for you to mute. All right, Adventure Time spoilers in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Finn and Jake are dead.
Finn and Jake are dead.
I mean, we saw it coming.
That-
I
okay,
mean, I don't.
See,
that- oh god.
So I am very much not involved in like fandom in any capacity, but I believe people were like, "Oh man, we're gonna see Jake die in this one," and then so it was very funny to me. That's just like, no, they're both already dead.
Yeah, so if you weren't into like the speculation scene for Adventure Time, like kind of discussion around it, it was very throughout the whole show in a lot of ways. Jake the dog's thank you for all the gift subs. Jake the dog's death is teased a lot. Like he has a lot of death symbolism and stuff.
Yeah, they kept implying it, and yet
And if you watch Obsidian, there was a lot of like talk about if he died or not. And then when the poster for this came out, like the Jake like looming over Finn, it was basically just agreed. Yeah, something's gonna happen to Jake in this. So we kind of knew Jake was gonna probably be dead in this in some way. But what really surprised me is that Finn is also dead in this special, and they like lob it on you right at like 7 minutes in. They just on screen they like flash Finn and Jake are dead.
I loved it.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
It was. Yeah.
Mostly
It's-
really bold choice.
I really love how
Very-
it's like. Yeah, it's something like he couldn't really do to that effect in like the show itself.
Yeah.
It's just really, yeah. I really like it. It's a very cool like subversion because I think they knew that people were like thinking
yeah.
something was going to happen to Jake.
That poster was.
I think like they've known like, yeah.
The way this was advertised in particular, if you watch the first trailer they dropped for this, they pretty much the entire trailer is the first 7 minutes of the special, pretty much, and a few other things. They hide what's gonna happen in this so much.
I'm so glad they did.
Yeah, I'm glad too. I guess that's a question. With the start of how this started, how long did it take you all to realize something was going on with like that intro?
Immediate.
Like with the ice cream, it's
Yeah.
like, why is it melting on the cup? Like, oh no, something's wrong here.
I
Mhm.
realized something was going on when the Adventure Time intro played.
It took me a second to piece together
Right.
what was going on, because I thought it might have just been a flashback at first. Like, oh, they're going to start with a flashback and then cut to, like, 20 years later or something. But when I saw the Gumball, Uncle Gumball,
Yeah,
like, snow golem, I'm like, okay, something's happening.
yeah.
I love
Right.
like sequences where it's like something is off and then like slowly it like becomes more fucked up and then it's revealed. I love that shit.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's that part where, like, Ben says, nobody died, and then he starts crying. I'm like, oh, jeez.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was really very so
Yeah.
much.
I love that whole opening sequence, like segment, like the first 7 minutes. I think was like really. I feel like it was really clever the way it was done. It's basically set up like the episode starts like it's a normal Adventure Time episode, pretty
Mhm.
much.
Yeah.
Specifically like it sort of functions like a season 1 episode.
yeah.
And it's a lot of
Yes.
the like
They-
hallmarks of
They
that.
do they
but, like-
very aggressively do the like like saying like
Slam a cow.
yeah, like they
And
were doing it
that's
very
all.
aggressively, and it was hilarious.
Yeah, it was very on the nose, and like Ice King was like really evil, like because he had like this trap that would like kill a princess, which
Mhm.
isn't something that would actually happen, but like it's just to like drive the fact that he's a villain and like
He's a villain. Also, he's
Right.
Ice King.
yeah, and also just like it's like a very frantic like I guess breakneck pace. Like there's not really a moment of like
Yeah. Like, oh,
just like chilling out.
the worms are attacking
like-
the library after we saved the
Yeah.
ice cream princess.
Like and even the original show, like the early seasons were like hyperactive, but like they weren't like that crazy. So it's very I like how they like really play into that and make it feel like something is wrong, but it's
Yeah.
like trying to seem like it's okay.
I
And there's
love
just
it.
like a lot
So
of
good,
callbacks
tasty.
to like, yeah, there's like a lot of details that like I didn't notice till afterwards, like how the snow golem was talking like it did in the pilot.
Yeah.
The 50th flavor being a reference to like a thing later on.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a lot of we'll get into this probably more. There's a lot of like kind of shocking. No, shocking's a weird word, but like a lot of surprising like characters and stuff they reference in this one.
Yeah, and also like apparently a real deep cut, but like a reference to like the concept of like LSP like sitting on people's head.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's from like the finale zine that a bunch of artists did. It's like yeah.
So I just kind of
So, yeah,
going along with like that sequence. At the end of the sequence, we see a recurring theme for this entire episode, and it's that Jeremy Shada is off his fucking shits this entire special, like voice acting wise. He has to
Oh,
do
yeah.
a lot of like big emotional crying in this, and like you can like feel it every time. That part
it's
where
probably like the most
oh god.
emotional Finn has ever been, like just in terms of like extremes.
Yeah,
That part where
'cause-
Jake like turns to liquid and falls into the grave and he starts like freaking out is like such a like genuine like shocking like moment because of like how it's like animated and voiced.
How do you think John felt about
Yeah.
that moment?
Oh man. John DiMaggio's he's a real softie for Jake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I guess we're just doing a nostalgia critic type review, going through the special, just saying what happened, pretty much. That's like the
It's
easiest
just
way to
like-
talk about it, I
Yeah.
guess.
It's just like such an amazing special. It's the thing.
This is
It's
a
very
lot,
good.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
and then after that sequence happens, you see Old Man Finn, and then he runs towards like the X. Like I'll save y'all. There's a bunch of like season 1 characters, which is funny. There's like a lot of just like the old lady is there. There's like the house people. It's like a lot of
Jared.
Cobbler.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, the gobbler. There's a lot
Yeah.
of super specific characters, and then he gets to the date of death, and then he like that guy comes back, and then on screen it just flashes Finn and Jake are dead.
It's
Right.
very good.
Yeah.
And also the way it's done with the title card
Mhm.
at the
Mhm.
start, just saying Finn and Jake, and like there being the missing space there.
Oh yeah.
And then
Uh-huh.
here it changes to that. Also, there is like
Mhm.
the little like music during the title card is like also tonally like not like a happy thing.
Yeah.
It's like ooh ghoul.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll say when that title card like popped up, I like audibly gasped. Like I was like so like shocked by that.
Yeah. Something this one does a lot that I like is a big focus of it is like on the dead worlds of the
Hmm.
show. And that's something that was like always it seemed like something that was always like on the show's mind. Like it was always a part of the
Yeah.
lore, I guess, but they never like really explained a ton about it. So I really like how a big part of this one is just going really in depth about like how the afterlife works in
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
show and
It's
explain
a
things
sexy
like,
as hell setting.
Oh, it's really cool.
yeah.
It's got a lot of
Mhm.
like
Explain
so-
explains
It has a lot of kind of my favorite Adventure Time stuff, which is kind of just surreal imagery. They do a lot. And I love that kind of stuff.
God,
Yeah.
some of the dev worlds look so cool.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of like the VR episode, like
Yeah.
how that setting. It
Oh my
had the
God.
same like designer guy.
Me too.
I forgot his name. Yeah.
So, Mr. Fox fans really won in this one.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially
Mhm.
Mr. Fox himself.
Yeah, I'm glad that Mr. Fox. Well, I can't say.
We'll get
What?
there. It's okay, you
Yeah.
do spoilers, but we'll get there. Mr. Fox is a funny kind of like B character on this show. I was glad he was here.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
I love that episode where it's like, so I found this book that says we can eat babies.
Yeah,
God,
it's a good Mr. Fox moment.
Mr. Fox is so good.
He's kind of a good
Mhm.
like what the hell are you people doing type character to have.
Yeah, he's good. He's a very like laid back, normal kind of guy. I guess.
See, he's like, I wouldn't say normal because he's like
Oh yeah.
too laid back.
Right. Well, like, I guess in
He-
comparison to like a lot of the world of the show, like he's not like super wacky or
Yeah.
anything. He's more like just like a weird kind of.
Just goes along with whatever.
He's
Like,
just like
alright.
Yeah.
trying to keep it together in this wacky world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was glad. I glad to see him. There's a lot of fun character choices in this, and he was one of the ones I was like, "Oh, that's fun to see him." Especially what they do with him, like by the end. But also in this, also a big character in the special who I never expected to see, but was very glad is Tiffany's in this a lot. He's like a main character.
I
Uh-huh.
love that Tiffany is in it and is the main character in it.
Right.
It's so good. Also, it took me like 1 second to realize it was Tiffany, like before it's like properly revealed.
Uh-huh.
How did
like
Tiffany
the first thing.
die?
Um.
I don't
I
know.
feel-
That's interesting. I mean,
Wait,
I
have
can imagine.
I have a good response.
Okay.
Okay.
So like, Tiffany, is presumed dead 2 times in the show.
Yeah.
The first time
Right.
being with the worm, and the second time being after Dr. Gross's thing like blows up. So I like to imagine that throughout the course of his life, Tiffany had a lot of like presumed deaths like that. And then when he actually died, it was something very mundane.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that's a pretty.
Among Us jump
I think it's a
scare.
pretty fitting. What?
I feel like he died of an Among Us jump scare.
Right.
Yeah. Tiffany is like it's a character I did like think I would see in this because like I was so focused like on Finn and Jake and all that. And it's like Tiffany's and like when you see what he does in this like it makes total sense like what they do with him and like how they write him and like they fit him into like the story very well.
Right.
Too hard.
He's a character who's very tied to like Finn and Jake in
Mhm.
different ways. And yeah, I really like him. Like he's one of those characters in the show who could have easily just appeared once. Because like the original
spider.
scene he's in is like so specifically, like he was made specifically for a gag, pretty much. Like that was his whole thing.
Yeah, but then
But I just
look
love
at him now.
the thing. Yeah, I love like the ways they develop him over time. So he's like this like over like dramatic,
Rival to Finn.
certain. Yeah, but it's like kind of like a one-sided rivalry.
Yeah. I like that part when Finn sees him like foreheads pop out and show all the different emotions he feels.
Yeah, when you're
Yeah.
like dead, you're just happy to see anyone, but at the same time, it's just like someone you like don't like too much.
It was a really fun like
Mhm.
visual gag.
Yeah, there are some like, we also said this about Obsidian,
Hmm.
but, like the specific style. There's a lot of like, exaggerated expressions like that
Yeah.
that aren't in the regular show too much. Like
I didn't know we were talking
There's a
about
part-
regular show.
No,
Dude, Rigby, we're the dead world.
there's certain parts where like you can see like the whites of Finn's eyes, and that's something that they only did in the first season because apparently Penn Ward hated it so much. But they brought it back for a few moments here, which is pretty fun.
New Death was a fun character too.
Yeah, I can't believe it's so funny that New Death is voiced by Chris Fleming.
Uh-huh.
It was funny because he's the son of like a character. He's the son of Death for one, who's like a recurring character of the show. But he's the son of also a character who only ever appeared in a short.
Did
Oh yeah,
I thought you had 2 appearances, like one in the short and
Let
then
me-
one something else.
Let me double check. No,
there are 2 different shorts. One of the Frog Seasons episodes,
Yeah.
and one of like the Graybles shorts
Okay, yeah.
that they did.
Yeah, the gift that reaps on giving,
Yeah.
or the gift
But
that reaps
I-
giving.
Yeah. I really like how they brought her in there. Like, because like she wasn't really explained in those shorts, because she had very brief appearances. But like the way she fits in with like
Yeah.
the way like the afterlife works, like makes complete sense.
Oh, totally.
I am very excited. I think we're doing this like going through the episode as events happen. I'm very excited for when we get to her part because it's so good and cool to me.
There's
Mhm.
I do want to skip forward a bit because Death isn't in. We'll come back to like where we are right now. I really this is skipping forward a bit, but it involves New Death. I like the scene where New Death kills his dad because there's a lot you can like take from the scene that isn't fully explained. Because Death can in the show can like sense endings and all that, and there's an implication that he knows he's about to die, but he actively like chooses to make his last like thing hugging his son, even though it like will seal his fate. And I thought that was a very sweet kind of ending to this
Yeah.
character.
Yeah, it's a sweet send off to the character because they never really got to do that in the show.
Mm.
Because his voice actor did die like
Yes.
before it ended.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I'm glad they like figured out a way to do that without like, without being able to have his voice. It was a nice like little tribute to him.
Yeah. I guess now we like this kind of transitions to all the death worlds they go to, and right off the bat, something I find interesting about this is they don't show actually like because you think they like show like the ultimate fate of a lot of characters, but they don't actually you see like Tree Trunks and her polycule that she has now
Yeah.
and then you go to like hell to see like a bunch of characters, but that's really it. You don't see like,
Wyatt in hell.
Yeah,
deserves
why in hell you don't because like they would have been really easy to like just like like, oh, here's Lemon Grab and his Death World, or here's Lumpy Space Princess and her Death World. But I kind of like that they left a lot open to your imagination.
right.
Yeah.
I think that was definitely a smart move. I mean, the show does that a lot. It knows when to keep things vague because I think a lot of the fun of Adventure Time is just kind of like speculating and imagining things because there's a lot of things like. It wasn't until like the BMO special they did last year that like you saw like Finn and Jake like when they first moved to the treehouse.
Yeah.
But like
Yeah.
but like after they were babies, like they never showed that in the show. I just think it's interesting that they still like keeping certain things a mystery.
It's interesting because even when they cut back to Princess Bubblegum, they don't show where she is. It's Petman Butler there.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's pretty interesting.
I'd like to talk about that.
Yeah.
So what are your guys' thoughts on it? Because mine is like, okay, so in Obsidian, Peppermint Butler isn't like around the house, even though
Yeah.
presumably he lives there or lived there. And also Bonnie is like she's just like living a comfortable lesbian life.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she seems to be
Right.
living with Marceline to some extent because every time we see them, they're in the house together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm like, maybe at this point, Peppermint Butler is already like doing the duties of the princess And
It's interesting actually because if you look at the kingdom when there's like kind of a wide shot of it, it does actually look different and a bit more magical. So
Yeah.
you could kind of there's a possibility that
Oh.
by the time Obsidian happened, Pet Bud is actually the princess of the kingdom now.
Yeah.
yeah,
Maybe-
I forgot to check because I was like, I remembered. Oh yeah, we see it in Obsidian. We see the Candy Kingdom.
Which
Yeah.
I think to some extent is fitting because I feel like, if anyone was gonna be like Princess Bubblegum's like follow up, it'd probably be Pet Bud because he's kind of the person she
Definitely.
trusts the most. It's fitting for
Yeah.
her too because I feel like it makes sense for her at some point to kind of go off on her own.
Right.
Also, I think what's funny is that now Pepper Brother can do all the dark magic he wants because there've been previously scenes where like the Gumball Guardians like stopped him for like talking to demons from hell.
I'm the princess now. I get to do all the dark spells that I
Yeah.
want.
Yeah, that's another just kind of cool
Mhm.
example of like just kind of stuff you can pick up on that isn't fully explained in this. Like they don't really say anything about like Finn's life either, like at all. Like what happened in between like him, like what happened in between like Obsidian and him dying. We don't know anything. Like they leave.
Yeah.
They leave. They don't say like anything.
I
Yeah,
mean,
and
we
not
don't-
even how he
we
died.
don't know anything about what happened from the end of the show to him and Obsidian.
Yeah.
Right. We don't even know how Jake died.
Nope.
Yeah,
Which I think was a pretty good move. I think a lot of people like before it aired, like were expecting like to see like Jake dying on screen or like knowing what killed him or something, but like I know like I felt like that was pretty unlikely. Like I don't know how they would pull something like that off.
I think
That'd
what's
just be like too
I think what's ultimately more important is how Finn would react to him dying, and that's what we see here, which is way more important than how he died.
right.
Yeah, definitely.
Because we
Mhm.
see it sort of in the like, not really dream, but that sequence, and also
Right.
with he talks about it, and also
Yeah.
he is very clearly got a lot of feelings, and it affected him a lot.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like that Choose Goose was in hell. I thought that was funny.
Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
like for Vin, like, why did he go to hell? And then I rewatched some clips from Obsidian and like, oh, that's why.
Because of the
So
legal
legal.
moisturizer
Yeah.
that gets you sent to the first dead world.
Yeah.
I do think it's really funny at the end. It seems like everyone got out but Wyatt.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
deserves
yeah,
it.
it's just why I don't.
Fucking left Wyatt there.
He deserves it. I didn't see much of
Yeah.
Wyatt, but like, you know what? He deserves it.
No, absolutely, he deserves it. Is it like?
I like the idea
Oh, sorry.
of what I was just gonna say. I like the idea of the different dead worlds, not being like a tally of like all the good or bad deeds you did, but more like how you felt about the life you lived. Like
Yeah.
whether you like, because like the highest dead world is more about like enlightenment and like feeling fulfilled with yourself.
What are the marshmallow
Yeah.
bitches
Like-
there?
Yeah.
It's implied that you can like move up dead worlds, right? Because
I think so. Yeah.
Jake says to Finn that he'll be in the 50th. He'll reach the 50th in no time. So I'm wondering how
Right.
that works.
I
There's
feel
a
like
lot. No, Neil, go on to.
oh, I was gonna say I feel like maybe like you have to like that's what reincarnation is for.
Yeah, see,
Isn't
like
that what it's like for like a lot of like Buddhism and stuff? Like isn't that what reincarnation is about? Like it's
I
like a
think-
path to
I think it's
Reaching.
you reincarnate until you achieve enlightenment.
I think so. I think that's right. That sounds pretty right. That makes sense. If that's
It's
what it is.
also cool that it seems to just be entirely a personal choice if you want to like reincarnate or you just
Yeah.
want to like
Yeah.
vibe.
Yeah.
The thing you pointed out, Steve, that I thought was interesting is you don't see Flame Princess or Slime Princess specifically because, as you pointed out, if they died, they'd probably be reincarnated immediately because of like how they are. And we know Princess
Right.
Bubblegum is still alive in this because there's an implication and come along with me in the intro that she's still around at that like 1,000 years from
Yeah.
now.
She can live for that long because that's how long she's been living.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, I guess one interesting thing is I wonder if in the intro of these kind of specials they show a bunch of characters on a sword, and I think Flame Princess is the only one who hasn't appeared in anything yet, and I wonder if they'll stick her into Wizard City somehow.
Probably
Yeah.
just like a element.
It depends on when that intro was made.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I guess they would. I feel like they wouldn't put her on there if she wasn't going to be in any of the episodes.
Mm.
But
At the
I mean,
very
yeah,
least,
she could
probably
easily.
cameo. No, go on.
I was. She could probably like, they could figure out a way to put her in Wizard City. I mean, like, in the like the Finn and Jake big Finn and Jake specials when you get to see Wyatt again. So
Yeah, that is true. There's a lot of the characters in this are kind of weirder choice. Like there's Wyatt and like the Goblin King and the Bath Boys, like very specific characters. It's not like whoa, there's Huntress Wizard. She's in this one. It's like oh no, there's Wyatt.
I am thinking about how I would like to see Huntress Wizard more.
I hope she's in Wizard City because I've said this a few times. I think she kind of got robbed because she got introduced very late into the show, and it was kind of a bit too late for her to do anything.
I
Yeah.
know, and it's like, please. I think she'd be a really fun character to have like a major role in Wizard City. I mean, she's just like really good in general, so
right.
I mean, that even was like one of her early appearances was like in Wizard City.
True. I want to know the
Yeah.
lore about the episode where Princess Bubblegum was offering to kiss out, and all the girls left except Huntress Wizard. I want to know that lore.
the lore is that
Yes.
she's bi.
Yeah, she wants a little kissy too.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, hold on. Speaking of Wizard City, will it keep up the streak of Finn being in all of these? It's because he was in the Fusion
Mhm.
Beamo technically, and he was in Obsidian.
Oh my
And this
God,
whole thing's about him. Will he be? You brought up a funny idea that like Finn would be there with the like Jake tattoo on him already, and you think like, oh, Jake's
Yeah,
dead,
and he'd like look younger.
and then Jake would just pop up like, hey, everyone, it's me.
Yeah, that'd be a pretty.
I think
Yeah.
what would be funny is that like there'd just be like some random picture of Finn and Jake, but it'd be some like odd picture where it's like like you have those owners who like get their some like very specific painting with their pets.
Uh huh.
I
Yeah.
want that sort of energy.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
Maybe.
Jermaine has painted a portrait of them since
Yes.
by the time of this one, he is also doing portrait painting.
Mm-hmm.
We are still talking about Adventure Time spoilers. Wait.
So speaking of Jermaine, after Finn explores the Dead Worlds for a bit, he finds Joshua and Margaret.
That was such a
Mhm.
moment.
Yeah.
That was
That's a moment.
that was like another one of like how did I not like predict like they would show up if they were dead? I didn't predict they would
Right.
run into them.
I mean, I didn't think Finn would be dead.
So-
I just never accounted for that.
I felt very bad
Um,
for Jermaine.
I felt bad for Jermaine too. Why are they being mean to him?
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
something like his
Worse
development.
Shake.
I mean, I think you could infer that at the very end, like they all meet up.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you don't really see them talking, but like, I think you could like, you sort of infer that like they probably caught up a little bit before heading
Oh yeah,
off.
of course.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah.
But it is funny that they do very much play off the fact that Jermaine is sort of the odd one out compared to
Yeah.
them.
I love
But,
that
like-
scene where he's like, "I'm here too, little brother." Oh, he's gone.
Yeah.
I like when Finn's on the roof like yelling and it just cuts into the house and his family is just like chilling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's like, oh, it'll take a bit. I sort of thought about this, but like, they could have potentially have a moment where he sees like his mom from like the other.
I guess that's true, huh?
They could have, but
Human
then I
mom?
realized just like there's probably like more impact to like seeing those parents in like his actual mom because like Finn already got that closure,
Yeah.
Right.
you know, and it's just like it makes more sense for him to see the parents that raised them and loved them the same.
Right. And like
Yeah.
she got turned into like a
Yeah,
AI thing, so
I wonder
she
how
probably lived
that.
forever in a way.
Wait, no, but I wonder how that works. So
Well,
if she
like-
did that, would her like soul go to the dead worlds?
That's true. Well, I feel like it would. I think her like AI self was implied to just be like an imitation. But, like, that's the
Yeah.
best
Yeah.
that she could offer.
So I guess it would be in there,
yeah.
Yeah,
or it would have gone
Well-
there. She could have reincarnated. I don't know.
that's kind of something I thought about.
Or
'cause
it could have been destroyed. Do you ever think? You guys think about how New Death just like destroyed like countless souls?
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was wondering, like, because they don't show like any humans at all,
They don't know.
and it just might. That might not mean anything, but like I don't know, like, I don't know, because there would probably be dead humans there,
Well-
but it makes sense that they wouldn't show any of them.
Well, I have great news about the main character of the special.
Oh well, okay.
But
I
after-
guess.
But like, there's also the implication like the lack of humans in it. Oh, that's a good point, Deborah. Like they probably did already reincarnate at that point.
Right.
Yeah. It's also like the dead worlds seem rather, at least the parts we see of them, they don't seem very crowded. Like there's not a lot of
No, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
people.
I mean, I guess it makes sense because like people die, and it's going to be a while when they're going to be them staying dead.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And also it's like there are 50 dead worlds, and also
Right.
we have no idea how big they are.
That's true. Well, there's a lot of big empty spaces on
Yeah.
real Earth, too. So
So
Yeah.
I guess after they meet, we can. I don't know if we keep doing such a restricted order, but the scene where after they meet their parents and Jake ascends down and Finn, that scene where like Finn like screams out and crying, and then the way like the voice actor said "I needed you" made me like really sad.
Yeah.
Like Finn lost all sense of self, and like he just becomes nothing but bones, and he just goes back to like talking like an old man.
Is there any explanation for why Jake didn't really recognize Finn? I think the implication is that he's been like ascended for so long that he kind of just forgot everything, pretty much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
In that state you like are detached from all
Mhm.
things.
Which
Well, he
like,
just woke
Right,
up. Is the thing. There's also in like simple terms, he just woke up.
Which
Mhm.
I- which I
and
guess-
it's also a fun callback to the first episode with the Land of the Dead, where Jake
Oh,
drinks
it's
the
true.
water, and he loses the memory.
Oh yeah.
which I guess makes it a bigger deal when he remembers Finn and then he does a big punch.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I like
because
how,
he's like he gets pulled out of fucking Nirvana state by
Just like Scrat did in Ice Age 2.
oh,
So-
don't you say these evil words to me.
I like
Yeah.
that. I like that scene where they kind of get sent to the first dead world, and like Jake just got like out of like fucking Nirvana, like the peak of life, and like he doesn't seem like remotely angry at Finn. And he's like, oh, there's a bad guy out there. We gotta kick his butt. And I thought that was cute.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
really also adds to the fact that like each dead world is not 100% completely connected to like morality. Because like Jake said,
Mhm.
like I could have been stopping people instead of like being up in the dead world. And there's also a thing I
Right.
wonder about like the 50th dead world. Did Jake made it up there because like he decided not to think about anything, so it could be easier waiting for Finn.
Hmm.
I didn't think about that. I just thought it was fitting for like who Jake is as a person.
Yeah, because
That too.
Jake's very like chill. I guess that's the easiest way
Like
to put it.
He needed
Mhm.
at that point he probably needed a break. Too.
Yeah.
I like that random banana guard from like scene in one episode was it like ascended. What was his name? Like
Bushi.
Bushi. He's like in one. He's like in one
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
I can't remember Bushi.
I
Sadly,
don't remember what episode he's from. Actually, I know he's like in one
He's from
scene.
High Strangeness, where Tree Trunks has the alien
Oh
babies
yeah,
that
that's
he's trying to
that
protect.
one.
He's in like the secret society.
We never even met
Yeah,
Bushi
yeah.
on the show, which is funny. And he goes, "Hey, don't hurt Bushi."
yeah. Like
You know,
we all
Bushi
love
just has
Bushi.
that
Come
vibe.
on, man.
He just has that vibe.
Oh, I also like in that scene where like they visit the 50th Dead World briefly. That's like the first time you see Ghost Princess since like the 3rd season of the show.
Yeah.
Like she used to be one of those like recurring like princesses that would like show up every now and then. Like, but she like ascends to the 50th Dead World in a pretty early episode, and she just never shows up again. It's cool that they she gets to show up here.
Yeah.
I guess now is the part where you said you want to talk about the scene with life in it, King. That's probably a good time to do that now.
Yes. Okay, so it's very good. It's very cool. I love that it's her like place is in like a primordial sea. I didn't realize that until Cersei pointed it out to me. So
Oh,
everyone say thank you, Cersei.
Thank you, Cersei.
thank you, Cersei.
And I love the pottery wheel for the reincarnation so much.
That's a very good like visual kind of thing.
Yeah, it's like so good.
And for a
Mhm.
bit, when I heard I wonder what it'll be this time, and it just becomes a bug. I thought that was Fern for a bit.
It was Fern. Oh,
Fern.
Jake
Yeah.
does call him Fern. At one point in this episode, that's your Fern moment.
Just makes you wonder, would Fern even get?
I
That's a whole other thing.
Yeah, I get
Foreshadowing the scene where life shows that some souls stay bonded throughout all their lives, like Finn and Jake.
Aw.
That's from the chat, to be clear. That one's not me.
Yeah.
That's from Orange Life. Sit.
Yeah,
Dot.
That whole scene with life in it has a lot of just cool imagery and like cool ideas. Like I like the fact that when she walks, there's always like life appearing behind her. The pottery thing's really cool. It's just a very good scene.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I like how they have like a visualization, like she has like something that she likes doing, like they represent it through like making pottery, so it's like an art thing. And then Death had the whole thing where he had this like Zen garden and he liked raking it.
Yeah.
It seemed like pretty cool. I like how Adventure Time has a lot of like cool laid back like deities pretty much.
Yeah. Do you think that Death was trying to get New Death to do Zen gardening with him because he really needs to chill out?
Yeah.
Probably.
Like
Yeah.
New Dead needs to chill out if he wants to be able to properly run the Dead world.
Yeah, and
But
also,
then again,
if he knew that would happen,
yeah.
and also probably just he cares about his son.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess like we're kind of nearing the end now. We're just kind of getting what do you think of the Lich coming back? Did you see that coming?
I did not see it.
I didn't really think about it, but yeah, of course the Lich will pop up again, huh?
But it was really funny that to me that Finn was like, just
fuck off.
give it a rest because he's killed the Lich so many times.
Yeah, I think that's a funny thing of the show. Like every time the Lich appears, I think Finn gets less scared of him. Like, because like in some of the earlier episodes, like in some of the earlier episodes, he's clearly terrified of the Lich. But then like by like the last episode he showed up in, he's just kind of like berating the Lich, and he's just kind of so over it because the Lich his plan is always the same, and he always comes back, and they always got to take him out whenever he comes back.
Yeah, he becomes like a literal. Yeah, like a literal nuisance at that point.
Yeah.
even like he was taken down by so many people, especially like what was his name? TV? No, not
Sweet
TV.
pea.
Sweet Pea. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love like the little when they like reveal that it's the Lich. Like they have a little animation that like summarizes pretty much all of his appearances.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah.
that was a really cool.
Oh
sequence.
yeah. Oh yeah. Also, like the what Pecan said. Like yeah, there's also a bit where like Death just whispers to his hands.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of good foreshadowing. Like
Yeah, he says,
when he's
"I
shouting
love you,
at
newest friend."
mhm,
You can
when he's
also
shouting at his
see
dad
the
too.
hand.
Yeah,
You can in that
very
scene.
very briefly in the background. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he talks
Eh.
about his like new friend a lot, and if you rewatch it, then you know like he's talking about the Lich.
Yeah.
I really love the sequence, like as the not even like because the thing when they fight the Lich is like very like basic fight itself. I really like the part where they fight each other. And they kind of go through like a bunch of forms they've taken throughout this show. Like he becomes like Lumpy
Yeah.
Space Fin for a second.
Yeah.
Becomes Alien Jake for a second. It's really cool like
Oh yeah.
sequence of animation.
Yeah. I love that.
Mhm.
That must have been a pretty fun scene to animate.
Yeah.
Uh,
And
oh,
then, go on.
are we gonna talk about Tiffany?
Yeah.
Yeah, we've
Getting
not like
saved.
talked about Tiffany's scenes. Tiffany is so good.
Tiffany like kidnaps Joshua and he kidnaps Jake's parents.
Margaret.
Yeah, I forgot Margaret's name. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I said it earlier. I don't know how I forgot it. He kidnaps both of their parents, and it's like a really funny thing. Where like
Yeah.
They're not
but
even-
also like
they're not even like
Si-
mad at him. They're like, this boy needs a parent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then they adopt him.
And like, all right, you'll be our new son now. It's like, yeah,
I'm the
And
I'm the favorite now.
yeah. It's actually a pretty good conclusion for Tiffany because like all Tiffany like he wanted the attention of like Jake, and now he gets the attention of like the rest of Jake's family.
He gets
Right.
the attention of 3 Jakes.
Gets the
Yeah.
attention of old Jake, Lady Jake, and worse Jake.
No, it's
Artistic
Hat
Jake.
Jake.
Oh, Tad Jake? I thought it was old Jake. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's Hat Jake, Lady Jake, and Worst Jake.
I thought it was cute that like because that's in character for like Jermaine and Margaret. Joshua. J names. Joshua and Margaret. Like they would see like this poor helpless kid and like Sonny, what are you doing?
Same for
Yeah.
Finn. I mean, they did the same with Finn, so like it makes sense. They wanted to make like we'll toughen you up, we'll get you more dexterous and all that. It's just
Uh-huh.
like what their career was.
Right. Yeah.
And I guess that kind of brings us to the end where Mr. Fox kills New Death by accident, and he becomes
Maybe not.
Death.
Maybe not kill him, but who knows? Maybe give him new life.
Oh,
Maybe.
I think that was a pretty funny bit they had. Like because there was like this whole like sequence where they have New Death they have him like cornered and they're trying to use this wand thing that life gave them on him.
the kiss of life.
Yeah. And it's like not working and they don't know why it's not working. And then Mr. Fox just comes over and he picks it up. And they realize that they were holding it by the wrong end. It's just a
Wait,
cute
I
little
have to
joke.
respond to. I have to respond to the person saying "Don't be mean to Jermaine." Worst Jake is what Tiffany calls him in the episode. I love Jermaine.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Jermaine's
love Jermaine
amazing.
too. Yeah,
I
he's
was-
a really good brother.
I was lamenting over them being mean to Jermaine in the episode.
Yeah,
Why does Mr. Fox becoming Death feel so right?
Because anything could happen to Mr. Fox, and it's like, all right,
I feel I
I
don't
don't know.
because he was kind of someone who I feel like he just always wanted just to have just like a comfortable, like chill kind of life. But,
Like,
like he
remember-
always. What happened?
I was gonna say, like, remember in the episode where he comes back home and it's like, yep, a good old home, leaky radiator, heater. Ooh, look at that depression in my bed.
Right.
Man,
Yeah.
can't get it like them. And then it's like my unconscious me is writing a map for me, and this Cinnabon just ruins the map.
I like that he becomes.
Right.
I like that he becomes Death, and he's just kind of like neat.
Yeah, it's neat.
He
He got the
gets-
pillow. His
Yeah, his dream. He establishes his dream because he's a like tour guide for the Dead Worlds, which is
Mhm.
funny. To get a hypoallergenic pillow and then he does it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he gives it to everyone. He's like, let me share this with everyone. This is like very fortunate. for
Except
me.
Wyatt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why doesn't deserve
Why
it.
is why it's just down there? It's okay.
They all fucking left Wyatt in hell.
Yeah.
Mhm.
deserve
he
I-
deserved it.
It is so fun that like Mr. Fox, they managed to like give him an ending because it's weird. Like he's a character that would show up a lot, but like it never felt like he needed. Like he didn't really have an arc to him. He just
Yeah.
always kind of you just kind of saw into his life every now and then.
Yeah.
But I like how he gets a nice ending for himself.
Yeah,
I
It's
think,
really
and
sweet.
yeah, it's like he's such a simple character who has like who takes like on a very complex role, and it's just very fitting.
Right.
It's hilarious, fitting. It's like, you know what? I'm happy for him.
yeah.
Mhm.
Also, a very common thing that is also present here, like a very common thing in like media. So like, New Death doesn't want to be Death,
Yeah.
Right.
and
Yeah.
that happens a lot in media. I think like just no one. It's like a burden. No one wants it, but like,
Uh-huh.
see, I think Mr. Fox is like perfect for it because it's like, yeah, just like, uh, same routine forever, baby.
Yeah. I like the idea that like the show kind of likes chill characters being Death. I like how the first Death was like he didn't have like a big scythe. He had a Zen rake as
Yeah.
his like main object, and Mr. Fox has a pillow. So I like how it's kind of. I think it kind of works with how the show treats Death a lot of the time, where
Yeah, it doesn't really treat death uh like scary bad thing, which is also which is also
Finally, we can die.
yeah,
which is why it for me it didn't feel like too like shocking that like, oh, they're both dead, and like all we see all these characters are also dead. We're in the dead worlds for it.
right.
So just like, yeah,
It's shocking in a way where like you wouldn't think like they'd be able to go there. I like your thwomp ringtone.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, at least once.
but
didn't
it's like
expect
it's
it.
absolutely it's so in line with like it's such an Adventure Time story. I think.
Yeah.
it is.
Like it's just amazing that they managed this. And I guess like it was always a thing that was going to happen because like we know they're probably like dead years after with like the Charmy and Beth segments and all the other stuff. But to
Right.
see it actually happen is just like something really special, and for it the way it is, it's just like it's really something special that really just came out of Adventure Time.
Yeah. Thank you, Adventure Time.
Thank you, Adventure Time.
So when the episode, nears its end, they hug, and it's like the nicest hug they've ever drawn in any show ever. It's like a very tight squeeze hug.
Yeah.
And then
Mhm.
Finn goes to like reincarnate himself after all he's done, and then Jake's like, "All right,
Oh.
see you later, buddy." And then he sees Finn walking off, and then he's like, "Ooh," and then he like kind of runs after him, and it's a very sweet ending, and they fist bump. And then the thing that I think finally got me, they do the title card thing one more time, and except this time it says Finn and Jake are. They finally say like the name of the episode. It says Finn and Jake are together again.
And like the
Yeah.
environment changes too.
Mhm.
That was the
Right.
moment that made me go,
God. So Finn chooses to reincarnate because this is like a really sad thing. So after Jake died, he talks about how he just kind of like
Freaked out.
spent
Mhm.
yeah, he freaked out, and then like he was always in the back of his head just kind of waiting for when he'd like die and be with Jake again. And it's like, oh, that's very sad.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. But something I also like is that it seems like in Obsidian, it's implied It's like after Jake has died. And so with that in mind, I think it's nice they probably intentionally made that a very like happy Finn moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He seems very content in his life, like even though like he misses Jake and he has that like reminder of it, like it doesn't like he still has other things to live for.
Yeah, like
But it's
like
yeah,
Jake asks him like, "You had other things to live for, right?" And he's like, "Yeah, of course."
right.
So, and it's nice that he decides to like reincarnate to like do it again.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Yeah.
it's just such a
Yeah.
oh.
Oh, oh, be
Ooh,
better.
ooh. It's kind of it's kind of like an because it is something that it is a special that like deals with themes of like death.
Hmm.
And it's kind of like an existentially like
Mhm.
I don't know, it kind of hits you like
Yeah.
this is like they pretty much show like canonically like the last thing Finn
Yeah.
and Jake
Uh,
do together.
This is the end of Finn and Jake as we know them. We see that like they're like double dead at this point because they're reincarnating as someone else. We see like their like true
Right.
final moments.
Yeah.
Truest finalist moments,
is, like-
as that version of themselves.
Which is I've said this a
Right.
few times in like other places. I'm just like surprised like Cartoon Network's like a studio. Let them make a special that's about their two like most iconic like cartoon guys like dying and staying dead and then seeing their final actual moments of like being Finn and Jake together. Like I'm shocked they approved that in some ways.
Uh-huh.
It's
Yeah, I don't know. It just feels very Adventure Time, and like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Mhm.
Oh, I can't believe I forgot till now. I love the Undertakers.
Oh
But the-
god,
Oh,
they're so
their wings.
yeah, they're so funny.
They've got like fucking like kind of emo look, but also it's like it's like I see this, I'm like, well, first of all, I saw this and this was my feelings about the episode in general. I was like, I have to show Cersei this because they like this like kind of stuff, but also
Mhm.
it's like we all need to make Undertaker sonas now as a world.
Right. Yeah, everyone draw your Undertaker sonas.
All right, good to know. I'm like I guess like final thoughts because like we kind of went through the whole special. We can kind of all get our final thoughts. My kind of general feeling towards this is I think Come Along With Me is a good ending for like the show as a whole. A good kind of just like goodbye to like most of the cast and everyone gets a little moment. But I think both specifically this one and Obsidian are like the perfect ending for like Finn and Jake and Bubblegum Marceline specifically. Like those those like four characters like this is like the best ending you could give Finn and Jake in particular. I think this is the absolute best ending you could give those two characters is this entire special.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
so good.
Like we know they're gonna be okay. We already know Bemo's alright. He's like king of the ooh in the future.
Right.
Yeah, female
Mhm.
okay always.
Yeah. I know I still
Yeah.
wanna know how Wi-Fi is doing.
Yeah, I don't know how
Right.
Wi-Fi is doing too.
Yeah, I think we all.
Because they
I think
they could do Distant Lands forever. Like they could do like way more of these specials. But I kind of hope
Honestly.
if they do more of these, they never do another Finn and Jake one. Like I don't
Yeah.
want I don't
Yeah.
want them to do another Finn and Jake one ever.
Their
Yeah.
adventures is over. And I
Yeah.
think we have enough of it already.
hmm I think something someone said. I think summarizes it pretty well. This was said by GunterFan1992.tumblr.com.
Thank you, chat. That's not the chat. That's Tumblr. Thank you, chat in general.
They said that to get together again was the end of a sentence in a book with infinite pages. And I think that's a pretty good way to put it. Like
God.
it's like it's a great ending to Finn and Jake. But at the same time, like Adventure Time, it's like such a big thing that I feel like they could have. There's absolutely more things they could explore just in the same world.
Yeah.
Like
Even with
Charmy and
different characters.
Bev,
Mhm.
Wi-Fi.
Right.
What's going on with like one of Jake's grandkids?
The horrible little spider
Uh-huh.
characters from that one episode.
Yeah, are they still together? We have to know.
We have to know if the spider egg character
Ed
episodes are
and
still
Barb.
together. What about the giant slug character?
But yeah, that part of me like, because I think I've seen like these specials have been doing pretty well.
Mhm.
I feel like they have like people.
Oh, I
talk
mean,
about
like,
them a lot and everything.
when I look like clips of like these specials on YouTube, they always have like 300,000 plus views on them. So people are clearly into them.
Yeah.
Right. And so like, I would love to get more of Distant Lands that explored, like more of the characters that got to explore a bit more. But part of me is worried that like, would Cartoon Network want that if they knew, like, they couldn't get another Finn and Jake thing out of it?
Yeah, that's probably
like, do
the
you
big
think it
thing.
could-
'Cause
Yeah, though technically their last one is not going to be a Finn and Jake thing.
Yeah.
Right.
I guess it more mean like when they do a pickup for like 4 of these at a time, but there's not a Finn and Jake one in the mix, they might have a problem with that.
Oh,
The only thing,
Right.
Didn't they pick up 3 first?
yeah, they
'Cause-
picked up 3 first, and then
Yeah.
they added a 4th. But like the Finn and Jake will always be part of it.
Right.
Right.
I guess like I don't know, maybe they'd be okay if Bubblegum and Marceline were there at least because they're kind of the other 2 big characters. But I don't know.
Right.
I guess it's like at the
yeah,
like, I guess it like to say like it'll be nice to have more, but like what we got is already beautiful.
Oh, of course. Yeah. We don't know for
Mhm.
sure if there's going to be more of
Well,
them.
we know there
but...
was Wizard City. And
Yeah.
That's all.
well, yeah. But like after like
Did-
like a season 2, so to speak.
Yeah.
I know Adam Muto said that like if it happens, then he'd like to do it.
If they can't, and then they want to keep doing it, or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
I guess here's a question: if they were going to make more of these, like they did like another round of 3 or 4, what 3 or 4 characters would you like specials focused on?
I think we have talked about this.
I think we have.
Yes, but I wasn't there, so
Yeah, that's true.
Right. What do you think, King?
Okay, so Jeremy and Beth.
I think Shirley
Really?
Beth would be one for sure, as people would want.
Yeah, because that could be about them, and then also we could see
That'd be
more
good.
of Future Ooh.
That'd be a good way to like get Marceline and Bubblegum in again, like be like they're back in this. Like it's okay, Cartoon Network, we have them
Yeah.
No.
because
what
they're
I
still
like-
around.
I like how like there's always going to be a duel moving into one of Marceline's old homes.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What else?
I do think Flame Princess should have one
Mm-hmm.
because she did get, like a send-off episode
Yeah.
with Son of Rapper, but I think she deserves her own thing.
Yeah.
But also like see, you said like 3 or 4 characters, but it's like these are all like team ups.
Yeah. I guess so. Like,
No, yeah,
duo picks, I guess. It's like,
Right.
Shermie and Beth would be a duo pick. I guess Flame Princess would have. You could probably introduce a new character or leave Cinnamon Bun.
Well, she'd have Nepter and Cinnamon Bun too.
Oh my god, of course! Yes, Flame Princess and Neptune need one.
Yeah.
Who would be a fun pick to pair with Huntress Wizard?
Simon?
Magic Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. The Life-Giving Magus, voiced by Master Shake.
Oh my god. So what So, if you guys talked about this before, what are the ones you want
I
in
think
your heart?
I think we said Shermie and Beth for sure. We said something about Shermie and Beth.
Yeah.
I guess they could do a Simon and not Simon, Susan and Frida one. I guess.
Oh yeah, that one. would be
Wait, you
good.
said this, and now it must happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think
You
we
see them meeting Lemon Hope like in the
we-
finale.
we said. I think we said Jake's like the Rainicorn pups would be one you could do.
Oh yeah.
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 Maybe like
Um,
explore like the little kid, one that has a kid.
Gibbon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could be
Yeah.
interesting. Because there's
Given.
clearly a
Oh,
lot of
Brown,
backstory
Brown
there.
one could have thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you could put Finn, that's how you could make a Finn cameo, and you could put him on the poster because he'll be in the Browning episode.
Yeah.
Code like, all right, we can approve it.
And one that I think about that would be fun is one with Simon and Ice Thing.
Oh,
I
okay.
think that'd be really fun. Like you have your straight man comic relief kind of team up. And they'd have to like, I don't know, they'd have to solve them together or something. They'd be butting heads.
And
That'd be
Eternal
cute.
Princess will be there.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts on Adventure Time stuff before we kind of get because we're a bit over time. We could probably take one or two questions before we end off.
Right.
Are we
Yep.
are we good?
Are we?
We good?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think we're
I'm good.
All right.
Yeah.
We're kind of way over time, but I'd like to make sure we get at least one or two like question segments. So this is the part of the show where if you're in chat, you can ask a question and we'll answer it real quick.
Right.
Those questions.
I need to take Adventure Time spoiler off screen.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes.
What do you think is the best cartoon finale of all time?
That's a good one.
Mm, Again, easily Adventure Time.
I have a pretty big soft spot for Adventure Times. I love like the idea of like how like they have like flash forwards to the future and like it's kind of desolate, but it still like has an optimistic kind of tone to it. It's such a great show.
I'm trying to like think of just cartoon finales. Like the regular show one was pretty alright. I don't know if I love that one as much as some people do. I thought it was just pretty good.
I've never seen it.
I got upset with you that you didn't. Not upset with you,
Oh,
but because
Johnny
like you
good
saw
show.
every King, you like saw like every episode leading up to it.
I
and then,
didn't
like, in the
see
finale-
every episode. I didn't see all of the last season.
You saw a good deal of them.
I watched some of them when you were here. I think we were watching them.
Yeah.
We were sitting in this very chair.
I could be king. And you?
Yeah, you
could
say
be
you're not the
queen.
biggest fan, but you talk about that scene so much.
It's funny because I do, but I think that finale is truthfully just okay. I don't think it's amazing
Yeah.
as like some people say it is.
All right, fair enough. I think I like it. It was a
It was alright. Yeah, I don't think I
yeah.
was. I'm trying to like think of just cartoon finales in general, like because a lot
I
of,
like the
Oh, go on.
well, I like the BoJack like. I consider the BoJack finale like the last two episodes are
Yeah,
kind of like
yeah,
both
Yeah.
that's fair.
finale episodes.
Yeah, because the second to
think-
last episode is like I think amazing, in particular.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Your dessert. That's too hard.
Well, the hard thing about this is like a lot of cartoon finales are just regular episodes. If we're being honest, like look up like I don't know, like Billy and Mandy or like something. They're all just probably like a regular 11-minute.
Oh, I was saying,
Right.
Susie asking what's your favorite dessert is too hard.
Oh,
But
Rice
this
pudding.
question is
Sure.
Ed and Eddie had a pretty good finale, I think.
Oh yeah.
oh, the big
Oh,
picture
I haven't
show.
seen it in a while.
Big picture show.
but Yeah.
I liked the first Futurama finale. I think that's a good
Mhm.
episode.
But I didn't
Yeah.
realize that was like a finale because I saw it when it was like probably making a comeback run.
Right.
Which is the first finale of Futurama?
That's the one with the robot devil.
Yeah.
And he gets the Robot Devil's hands and he plays the little
Oh.
instrument.
I didn't.
And that's where the Zoidberg meme picture comes from.
I'm
He says, "Why not
Zoidberg.
Zoidberg?"
I'm Zoidberg.
Oh wait, what does he say? He says like, "Oh, you should feel bad." That's the one. That's the Zoidberg meme.
I guess
Okay,
Edity's finale is kind of interesting because it's like a lot of cartoons at that time didn't really get like a true finale. They got like I guess like
No.
because Edity's finale is like wraps up like the whole show and shit. Like it gets into like the characters and like I guess like quote unquote themes of the show. Like with the Powerpuff Girl and like Billy and Mandy, you get like like they got like specials near the end probably, but like I don't think they got something like on the level like Ed and Eddie got.
Yeah, I love Ed and Eddie's Big Picture Show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Kids Next Door finale.
Oh yeah, that would
I vaguely remember
that
that.
did also because that's the where number one's dad comes like gets his memory back and he's like
Right.
I'm proud of you, son. And then becomes the Galactic
But-
Kid Next Door, and then tries to pitch it to Cartoon Network, and they say no, and they reboot every other thing ever instead.
Yeah.
How do you think he feels when like Cartoon Network reboots every other show ever except like the one, like the actual what's the reboot?
Which one?
Kids Next Door, because like Cartoon Network will approve every
Oh,
other
right.
reboot ever, but not the one the creator wants to make.
God.
Yeah. I wonder why. I don't know.
Like, you could get a lot of mileage from like Kids Next Door
Right.
again. Because like
I guess
yeah,
it-
they have,
It doesn't have
Powerpuff-
Powerpuff Girls money, I guess.
Powerpuff Girl has gotten like 3 reboots now, and I'm over it. No more.
what do you mean?
They have to
Like,
sell the merchandise.
like you
New-
probably can't make merchandise off of K&D figures. Like they all had like the same and they had the Silex and Manatee, perfect for toys.
new
It's true,
Like-
but
I would catch it. Number 1, Super Beam Cannon.
The Clarence finale isn't anything big, but I think it's a cute little episode.
yeah.
I like how it's the
It's-
it's an episode based solely on Shave My Hair.
Yeah.
I'm sure someone out there. When I'm just looking like a bad cartoon, I'm thinking I've never watched Star Wars: The Force of Evil, but I've heard about that show's finale so much. It's like I can't believe anything in it.
I don't know anything
Oh.
about what happens. I just know that it seems to have gone quite bad.
I from what I can gather, Star basically commits genocide and then does something like horrible, accusing worlds, which puts everyone in danger just so she could be with Marco, and then ends there.
What?
I don't know.
Yeah. There's probably more to it than that, but
Ugh.
that's pretty much why people
Yeah.
don't like it.
What about the Phineas and
Okay.
Ferb finale?
I like
That's-
Phineas and Ferb's finale.
That's a cute. I think if you're a big fan of Doofenshmirtz in particular, I guess it's a pretty like gratifying ending for him.
Mm-hmm.
What about specials and multi-part?
Ooh, that's a good
State-
one.
State.
I was gonna say all 3 of the Adventure Time. I feel bored.
Yeah,
We're just I feel like we're all gonna say like, oh, and the Adventure Time one for like these questions, but I don't know. All those,
Also, like
all
all
those,
of Distant Lands is specials technically.
yeah, because I think Adventure Times were like like Distant Lands and like the miniseries are like some of the best of that show. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What about the the 5-part Garfield show special where the
Is this real?
robots the robots from Planet Sprocket invade everyone's iPhones.
What's 3 plus 8? 11.
Oh yeah.
is this
Oh, I
real?
realize I'm talking about this. Yeah,
Is
this
this-
is real.
Is this the one
we
that you
haven't-
were telling me? And like the robots that realize they were made to serve, and they accept that like happy. And it's really
Yeah,
I was like really distraught.
I just realized
It's
we
just so
haven't talked
scary.
about this special on the show. This is one of the things I watched.
Yeah.
But we're going way over time, but I need to explain this.
Yeah,
There was this
this could be
Garfield
good.
special
We can wrap it up like this.
where so basically the plot is like everyone's like it's like everyone's too reliant on technology. So these robots come to Earth to enslave humanity. In order to like take advantage of the fact that like everyone's on their phone or whatever. But Garfield is the only one. He's like, oh, this cat is too cool. He's gonna ruin all our plans.
What
Um,
bullshit. Garfield absolutely is on his phone all the time looking up like lasagna DoorDash. Shut the hell up, Garfield show.
So basically, what happens is Garfield gets on a rocket with like a Luke Skywalker parody guy, and he goes to the alien planet, and he like pulls the plug on all the robots, and they reboot the robots to
Yes, missiles versus the machine.
instead of the robots like having like their own like AI and like self-awareness and stuff. They reboot the robots to serve the people of the planet, and it ends with a like
Yeah.
music montage of the robots singing about how like robots live to serve, and it shows them like feeding Garfield like copious amounts of like lasagna and
It's
stuff.
crazy.
That's
like-
And it
so,
like irises out.
You
that
described
sounds
it
so
as
unsettling.
you described it as a song that would play at the beginning of a special about robots like taking over the world. Like it's like the song that would start
Yeah,
a
it's-
special like that.
It's so sinister and like dystopian, but it's like framed like a happy ending. It's like, and like there's one part where Garfield's like using like this little tiny like baby robot as like target practice, and it's
What the hell?
supremely like it's like messed up. It's like not even like that's not even Garfield. What are you doing? You're just abusing this life form pretty much for no reason
I don't.
because you know it won't rebel against you.
Garfield wouldn't even do that. That's not even in character.
I don't know what it is about the Garfield show that makes the writers go bonkers. I don't know what it is. I think they just like after like one season of it, they got completely bored of like writing a show about like a lazy cat who lives in a house. So they have to like, oh, we have to have like a sci-fi potion in every episode that like turns Garfield into like a big robot machine or whatever. It's
Salmonids love to be prepared and eaten. Robots love to serve Garfield lasagna.
the
This
Garfield
says a
turns
lot
the
about
camera.
society.
11. It's 11. Back in my day, we didn't have apps. We had
I like the part where he looks towards the screen, like taps his finger towards the head, makes a cartoon sound, like, and he's like looking towards like the kids, and I was like, these guys are stupid. Am I right?
I love this Garfield show scene you're talking about that no one else has seen.
11. You've all seen it. I replied to one of Nintendo's tweets with it. Everyone follows.
Yeah,
both
go
of
look
me.
at it now on twitter.com/Ryan Ribbit. Look at Ryan's tweet.
Yeah, go to
Actually
my
posted the
media
Garfield show
tab.
clip. Oh, we got our Nintendo mention
Yeah,
in the
there we go.
episode.
But
Okay,
then,
here we go.
Nintendo, Nintendo, bring me a heart to eat.
oh man, he would have loved this. We talked about Sonic and Adventure Time tonight.
God,
Yeah. But we're
Too
still
bad.
not inviting him. Sorry, Nick.
too bad we lost Nick after the final battle against the Dire Lizard as he falls from the sky.
Who knows if we'll ever see him again?
I
He
would
said,
think-
Tyreek, this is what you wanted, right? As he falls.
I don't think playing the 11 scene on stream is within our budget.
11.
Are you playing it?
No,
No,
I have it, but
was
I'm not gonna.
requested.
Okay.
I'm not gonna play it though.
Play the
Okay,
ending
no.
theme to Sonic Adventure 2.
Sonic the
Yeah, as we
Hedgehog
close out.
and the
We
human.
must
It's
be,
gonna-
we must be freed.
All right.
Yes, I'm glad
Alright.
I hope you all enjoyed seeing the last canonical time that we all interacted with each other. We're about to be reincarnated into the next
Whoa.
life.
Now
Okay.
hold on, don't say this. I didn't agree to this.
Yes, you did. The moment you jump into this podcast.
This is actually a liminal space. This is a dead world.
Whoa.
Oh my god, don't say these things. I'm gonna genuinely like have an anxiety attack about that.
No,
Is
I'm
anybody,
sorry.
anybody have any final things they want to say before we end the show?
Ryan,
Yeah.
it's great being alive with you.
Yeah, you said it.
Yeah. Oh,
And then on
ready
screen,
to start the
and then
podcast.
on screen it says Ryan, Rosa, Seep, and also King are together again.
Together again. It's the
Yes.
first time I've talked
And
to
then-
the lovely Ryan and Rosa.
Thank you.
Mm,
And
thank
then
you.
and then the thing that says that knocks down, and then it shows Kermit stuck on the wall in the gulag, and he goes together again, again. We have to be together again, again. I just can't. All right. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night.
Good night.
God bless. Praise be to Evan.
Thank you, Gibbons.
You given.